Mountains conducting the combined bands of the Universities of Michigan and Southern California. The flyover by an F-117 Stealth fighter, a B-2 Stealth bomber, and an F-22 Raptor out of Langley, Virginia Air Force Base. The big shoulders of the San Gabriel Mountains framing our picture as Southern California and Michigan meet in the Big Ten, Pac-10 matchup, the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California. And for those out in this part of the country to have that matchup means all is right with the world, because they missed that a couple of times and it was a big thing. Hello, everybody. Happy New Year to you. Keith Jackson, along with Dan Fouts and Todd Harris. This matchup today will perhaps produce one of the most volatile, dramatic football games of the season. There's enough talent there. It may even fly in the face of that old Wallace Wade dogma that nobody ever wins a football game, somebody loses it. Well, this game could be decided by not the last mistake, but rather the last great play. And discuss it now.
Happy New Year, Keith.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, there is such great talent on both sides of the ball here. Individual athletes that can make your head turn with disbelief. And two of the best will be on display today. Chris Perry, the Doak Walker winner, as the best running back in the nation. Great eye tailback, a every down player. And SC with Mike Williams, the most intimidating wide receiver in all of college football. He can beat you in many ways.
USC is a considered favorite by most of the pundits. How do you see it? Does not Michigan come in here with some pretty good tools of their own?
Michigan has all the tools offensively to give SC everything they can handle today. It's on defense that will be the key for Michigan. SC is the fastest team in the nation. Can Michigan match up in the right places with their defense?
All right, the teams are now coming onto the field. Behind us, you hear the Roar building, the Michigan Wolverines with 833 victors, the most in the NCAA. The Southern California Trojans, of course, will have more partisans in the stands probably, since they live out here. But Michigan has brought a lot of folks with them as well, and they know the territory because they've been here a few times themselves. And now here come the famous helmets emerging from the tunnel, and here are the Michigan Wolverines, Big Ten champions of 2003. Lloyd Carr, 8 years as the head coach of this football team, and he's been to a bowl game every single season. These two teams have a considerable history in this game, perhaps the most notorious in 1979. Here is the City Rose Bowl flashback. John Robinson was the head coach of the Trojans, Boschembeckler, Michigan, 25 years ago. Charles White flying toward the Michigan goal line. Michigan's Ron Simpkins knocks the ball loose short of the goal line, 2 yards short. Called a touchdown, however, by 2 of the 3 officials involved. Southern California 14-3 lead, won the game 17-10, and that phantom touchdown haunts the Wolverines to this very day. And here are the Trojans. Southern California Trojans, the Pac-10 champions. They have won 8 in a row after losing in triple overtime to California. And so we're ready for this ball game, and we'll be back with some football for you from the Rose Bowl right after this timeout.
Who's going to invent the next internet? Who'll create the new museums, new treaties, new countries? Who'll create the new wealth? Who'll make art as everyday as coffee shops? And who'll make age irrelevant? Who'll make bridges that feel like music? We don't know their names yet, but we see them every day. USC, University of the 21st Century.
Pacific 10 Conference, the Conference of Champions.
Chemical experiments in weightless space. Archaeological digs in the desert Southwest. Justice in American courtrooms. If it's being explored by anyone, anywhere, it's happening here, tackling more issues of greater diversity than at any other institution in the world. The University of Michigan, where it's happening.
Now, here are the FedEx Air stats for today's matchup. And here are the FedEx Ground stats.
Very comfortable day here in Pasadena, California. The rain has been forecast all week long, and so far we have missed it, and we're going to miss it through this afternoon and have another day in the Tournament of Roses without rain. Now let's join Todd Harris on the field, Coach Pete Carroll of USC.
All right, thank you very much, Keith. Pete, you've only been here for 3 years, and here you are in contention for the national title. I think a lot of coaches around the country want to know, how'd you do it?
Well, I don't know if I could even begin to tell you at a time like this, but we are excited to be where we are. We're thrilled about this opportunity. What a great event here at the Rose Bowl. We're just so pumped up and proud to be representing today. I hope we can do a great job for it.
I know how much the Rose Bowl game means to you personally. Where are the kids both physically and mentally right now as we get ready to start?
Well, I think they're just sky high. If anything, I'm worried about that, you know, and we're ready. We've tapered real well. We're physically about as good as we could be at this time of year. We have nothing to back off on now. We're ready to play football.
All right, good luck, Coach. Keith, back up to you.
All right, Todd, thanks very much. Southern California will kick off to the University of Michigan Wolverines. They won the toss, deferred to take the second half kickoff, and so Michigan will have the ball first. Lloyd Carr building quite a remarkable record in Ann Arbor. It'll be Ryan Killeen, a junior out of Norco, California, to kick it off for USC. And the receiving people for Michigan will be Jeremy LeSueur and Steve Breston. Breston, the swifter of the two. As a matter of fact, he strikes fear into your soul when he gets a little room in the ball in his hand. And they kick it, and they kick it right at him, and they drive him all the way back into the end zone, 4 yards, and Jeremy LeSueur comes out and says, don't do it, stay there. So the ball comes out to the 20-yard line where it'll be first down. Michigan quarterback is John Navarre. Got rid of a lot of demons this season after being picked on and at for 4 years. He beat Ohio State, won an outright Big Ten title, has learned to ignore aggravating people and things, reads only the funny papers, and has become quite a fellow, I think. And his coach praises him to the highest. So here we are. The big man, 6'6", brings his team in. He'll go under center, and the center is big old Dave Pearson. So the first snap of the Rose Bowl game for 2004. They'll run it with All-American Chris Perry going to the outside and finding some daylight. He picks up the better part of 11 yards before Darnell Bing can bring him down. The starting lineup for the Michigan Wolverines, backs and receivers. Chris Perry, who just carried the ball, worth the price of the ticket. A lightning fast core of receivers. Edwards is your leaper. He's the go-to guy. The offensive front. To me, this is the key group for the Wolverines. If they get a draw against the SC defensive front, look out. A first down at the 31-yard line for the Wolverines. They've got 4 wide receivers. And they send Braylon Edwards in motion and tighten up the formation, go the other way with it, and throw it to Steve Breston. He is quick, and he's brought down at near the 40-yard line for a pickup of about 9 yards. Southern California's defensive front, very athletic, strong and fast. Former starter at defensive end, Omar Nazel, will play today. Linebacker Sarge Tatupu, sophomore. Simmons, a senior, very good. Grudegood will play. And the secondary, if you're daring enough, you can do some business here. There is depth and wisdom. Will Poole figures to get to know Braylon Edwards quite well before this day is done.
Trojan secondary has given up over 276 yards a game to the opposing offense.
Double wide at the top of the picture, and Navarre looks that way and goes that way, and it is dropped by Braylon Edwards. You can't throw it any better. Navarre put it right on his hands, and he dropped it. He had a step on Will Poole.
Yeah, that ball was perfectly thrown by John Navarre to Braylon Edwards. This is a matchup we'll see most of the afternoon. 28 is Will Poole, and he can't handle the speed off the line of scrimmage of Edwards. That ball is a flat drop, a touchdown for sure for Michigan. 1 to be remembered.
3rd down and 1. They went for the bundle because they had a short circumstance for 3rd down. They go to Perry, and Chris Perry, nice over the right side, gets in between big old Dave Pearson and Matt Lentz, and he's got a 1st down.
We've already seen the strength of Chris Perry on the first play. He's got a real knack for making the right cut at the right time, got good speed to the outside, and that because he's a classic I formation tailback, he's got the patience and confidence in his own abilities to wait for the crack to open, as he did on that play to pick up the 1st down.
Ball is just short of the 45-yard line. 1st down for the Wolverines. Jason Avant is the man way down at the bottom, along with Calvin Bell. Calvin Bell moving around now. Number 27. He's from Simi Valley, California. And for a loss at the 41-yard line, Jason Leach finds a crack and comes through to deck Chris Perry.
Now, that's a big part of Pete Carroll's defense for SC, is the athlete, the speed that they have, and with Jason Leach as the safety here. Watch him sneaking up from the side here, totally unblocked to get in on Perry. It's a delay running play, almost a lead draw, and there was nobody to take number 27 of SC.
So it is 2nd down and 14 as the ball comes back inside the 41-yard line on the Michigan side of the field. First possession of the ball game. And Navarre goes to the sidelines, caught by Braylon Edwards, and Braylon is short of the midfield stripe by a yard or so, make it 2 yards, brought down by Will Poole.
And again, we'll see this matchup 90% of the time today. Will Poole is the shutdown corner for the Trojans, and Braylon Edwards is obviously the leading receiver for Michigan. Edwards still has got to be thinking and kicking himself for dropping that beautiful long bomb from John Navarre.
Carl Tabb has gone to the top of the picture up there. He's from Ann Arbor, Michigan. Got great speed, so he's a wide out with Preston going that direction to join him. Now you got double trouble. Navarre looks at him. Now he throws, and he goes to Preston. Preston's got a 1st down as he goes to the Southern California 40-yard line. Jason Leach, the tackle.
Preston will come in motion and fake coming across on a shallow cross, and then the quickness to pivot out of his break. Navarre is on the money so far today. That was a great pass because Preston did not have to slow down, did not have to lose any momentum, and they pick up the 1st down.
You've got Edwards and Devant down at the bottom. Again, that's a double trouble. They're both very fast and very good. And Navarre looks left, drops the ball, covers it back at the 49-yard line. Marcel Almond came in, got just a little touch on it, just enough, as he was starting to cock it, and he dropped it.
Yeah, we've seen so far SC's 2 best plays on defense have come from the defensive backfield. Here is Marcel Almond on the corner blitz as he gets by and just kicked the ball out of John Navarre's hands, heads up by Navarre to fall on that ball. But so far, SC has not been able to handle the Michigan offense with their standard defense, so they've had to use pressure from a corner and a safety.
It is 2nd down and 19 now after a loss of 9 yards on that kick out by Almond. Little dump off. Almost intercepted by Dallas Sartz. And I mean, if Dallas gets it, he's gone.
And John Navarre knows it. That was a screen pass that was read by Dallas Sartz. The only thing Sartz didn't do is catch this ball. Number 42, right at the line of scrimmage. He's got Perry in man-to-man coverage. He steps up, and at the very last instant, David Boss pushes Dallas Sartz, and that causes Sartz to drop that interception.
Trojans have done very well in the turnover department this season. They're looking now at 3rd down and 19, Michigan is, at the 49-yard line. That's Edwards moving. And Navarre drops. No heat. Passes away to the sidelines for Preston, and he got it. But he's short of a 1st down. Ball is out of bounds at the 34-yard line. Had to go to the 30 to get it. It was Ronald Nunn on the tackle for USC.
Again, John Navarre is just hot as you could possibly be, except for having that ball kicked out of his hands and almost throwing an interception to Dallas Sartz. He's putting the ball where his receivers can catch that ball and bringing up a 4th down here. And it looks like Michigan's going to go for it. Lloyd Carr likes this field position. too far for a field goal try for Garrett Rivas.
Ball is on the 34 exactly, and it's 4th down and 4. Weston and Devont, the pair. Edwards coming back toward the ball. Navarre looks at Edwards, throws to the sideline. Ball caught by Tyler Ecker for a first down. It was Tyler Ecker, the tight end, that made the big play in the Ohio State game for Michigan that got the Wolverines home easy.
And that was a 30-yarder, only his 4th catch of the year against Ohio State. But Navarre reading the coverage here. Look at Will Poole is short on Braylon Edwards right there. But the big tight end, Tyler Ecker, 6'6", 250, with an easy reception.
And it's a first down just inside the 24-yard line on the U.S. side of the field. Wolverines are moving the ball. Going to run it with Perry. And Chris will get down close to the 20, call it the 21.
You talk about confidence. Lloyd Carr and Terry Malone, offensive coordinator for Michigan, on that 4th and 4 to go for it, realizing that a punt probably would have gone down into the end zone, brought out to the 20, so you only would have netted 14 yards. Too far for a field goal for Rivas, who has a long of only 47. So confidence in his offense to execute for Carr.
It'll be 2nd down and 7. Backfield is empty. Navarre back, pressure coming. It got in. It was Will Poole on a corner blitz. They moved the wide out to the other side of the field to give him trips, and that left the door wide open for Will Poole.
Michigan had 2 tight ends lined up to this side of the field too. Here's Minery, here's Massaquoi, and here is Will Poole. And Will Poole with a real burst here, as there's a bust in the blocking assignment. Sarge came on the blitz as well. Michigan has only allowed 15 sacks coming into today, 2 already on this first drive.
It was Minery who covered the ball, and in the judgment apparently of the Big 12 officials, that ball was loose, and Minery covered it and saved it, and it's 3rd down and 17. Deep in the corner, incomplete, intended for Braylon Edwards and covered by Poole.
Boy, and that's what pressure will do to a quarterback. John Navarre threw that ball so soon that Braylon Edwards had no chance at all to adjust to it and try to make a catch.
Our referee is Steve Juszczyk. Richard Brown, the umpire. Fred Hutchinson, head linesman. David Oliver, line judge. Jim Hatfield, side judge. Phil Laurie, brother of John, the field judge. And John Robinson, back judge with Hal Dowden. Here we're going to get a field goal try, big time. Garrett Rivas. This one is 47 yards. That's his career long. He had one of those at Iowa. And it's blocked. And Michigan downs it. Sean Cody, number 84, blocked it.
SC has blocked 6 kicks so far this season. Here is number 7, Sean Cody, number 84, with the big right hand, stuffs the Michigan scoring threat.
First, I emptied the checking account, and then I hit the mall, and there in the window was this sexy little outfit, and oh my gosh, I just had to have it. $1,500 for a leather bustier? I didn't care. It lifts and separates. Plus, it's not like I'm actually paying for it.
Introducing City Identity Theft Solutions, free with any City card. Help getting your life back? That's using your card wisely.
Here in their natural habitat, a young male demonstrates his suitability as a provider by offering the female a substantial prize. Ah, he's impressed her.
Wrap your paws around Taco Bell's new 99-cent cheesy bean and rice burrito. It's a full half-pound and loaded with 3 cheeses, fiesta sauce, and a cheesy, zesty kick. Now 99 cents is tasty and filling when you think outside the bun.
The new Ford F-150 has the strongest, toughest frame, the highest payload capacity, the most towing strength, and the quietest interior. So what do you give the truck that has everything? the 2004 Motor Trend Truck of the Year award. Only this truck earned the right to be the next F-150. If you haven't looked at Ford lately, look again.
ESPN, please pick me, Kevin. I am your man. Oh, yeah, yeah.
So the Michigan Wolverines are turned away, and Southern California will get its first possession starting at their own 46-yard line. That ain't a bad place to start from. No score in the ball game. First possession for the Trojans coming up here. Single back. Leinert's pass outside. Ball completed to Brendan Hancock out of the backfield, the fullback for a first down. The quarterback, Matt Leinart, left-hander, named Pac-10 Offensive Player of the Year. Only the second sophomore ever to be accorded that honor. The other one was John Elway. Enough said. Ball is on the Michigan 40-yard line.
Good start for Leinart to complete his first pass, but that's nothing new for him. His first pass this year of his college career went for a touchdown against Auburn.
Got 4 wideouts in the ball game for the Trojans here. There comes big Mike Williams across the snap of the ball. He goes the other way with it. Very quick pop to Kerry Colbert. And Colbert, the senior, canters past the marker for a first down on the 30. The starting lineup for the Trojans, back and receivers. The world knows about Mike Williams, but never look past the man you just saw there, Kerry Colbert, and they are 3 deep at tailback. The offensive front, steady, dependable group, protect the quarterback very well. Nobody does the student body right these days, but they probably could with a week's work at it. Reggie Bush is in the lineup now, and he is outside as a wideout. He is a tailback or a wideout. He can do a lot of things, but most importantly, if you give him a little daylight, you look at his hip pocket for a while because he has blazing speed. That's a short game. The Michigan defense front. This is an attacking defensive group. Not so big. They play hard. They make you earn your real estate. The linebackers, again, not so explosive, but steady. Reed, Wood, Diggs, 1, 2, 3 in team tackles. The secondary, the next 4 in team tackles. The starting defensive backs all have more than 30 tackles on the season. Lindale White had come into the ball game, but now they've emptied the backfield, and that gives them 4 wideouts with White coming to the bottom of the picture. Leinart gets some heat, goes down into the corner, and it's touchdown. Kerry Colbert. He beat Marcus Curry.
Perfect start for Matt Leinart, and what he saw, he liked. Marcus Curry, number 30, in bump and run press coverage, getting the ball off before Marlon Jackson can get to him, and look at this throw. Not much room for error, perfectly in the hands of Kerry Colbert.
And the kick by Colleen is good. At 8 minutes and 8 seconds to go in the first quarter at the Rose Bowl, Southern California 7, Michigan nothing.
Leon!
Hey, what's up?
Need some quick offense. You're going in.
Ooh, I don't know about that, Coach. I think I can do more for this team right here on the sideline.
What?
Yeah, man, this game's a lost cause.
Lost cause?
But check it. I got this great seat over here on the bench, and I figure I can sit on down, let the camera focus in on me. See the pain and anguish all over my face. Watching a great athlete suffer is very powerful emotional stuff.
Go sit down, Leon.
Won't let you down, Coach. Hey, yo, Money, what lens you got on me?
With its new available Power Stroke diesel and 5-speed automatic torque shift transmission, the Ford F-Series Super Duty pulls faster and easier than any other diesel pickup. Ford F-Series. If you haven't looked at Ford lately, look again.
噶咯，冇理由噶咯，害死我哋！馬上坐啊！唔應該咁做，真係冇理由啊！真係冇理由啊！真係冇理由嘅！快啲啊！快啲啊！先 check 我。喂，點解應承我哋限得包個星期3到啊？你係咪傻㗎？
有下你見我。
好順勢我啦嘛，聽日星期3我哋點辦啊
FedEx。
FedEx Express, all you need to know when shipping to Asia.
The Rose Bowl game presented by Citi. This ABC Sports exclusive presentation brought to you by Budweiser. Grab a cold, fresh Budweiser. It's game time. Citi Identity Theft Solutions. Free help getting your life back. That's using your card wisely. The next Ford F-150, built Ford tough. And FedEx, proud sponsor of the Bowl Championship Series.
A 25-yard pass to Gary Colbert puts USC on the scoreboard 7-0. 8:08 to go in the first quarter at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California. You just joined us. Been pretty exciting, even though we only have 7 points. The Wolverines moved the ball around too. That was Matt Leinert's 36th touchdown pass of this season. And Colleen's kick carries way to the back of the end zone. There will be no return by Steve Breston out at the 21st down.
Let's go back to the very first drive of the game. A couple of missed opportunities. Braylon Edwards dropped this potential 59-yard touchdown pass, and then Dallas Sarts would have gone in from about 60 yards away. Good penetration by Sean Cody to block that Garrett Rivas 47-yard field goal. But SC certainly didn't lose or miss any opportunities on their first offensive possession. Perfect start for Matt Leinart, as Michigan just allowed their 6th touchdown pass of the season on that Gary Colbert score.
John Navarre brings him up at the 21st down. Chris Perry's the deep back. He's got the ball, and he's trying to get around the corner. Does. And comes across the 30 out to the 32. He's a tough guy. Boy, he can really pound on you. He broke the tackle of Lofa Tutupu.
Yeah, he really has the entire package. Didn't look like he had the speed to get to the corner, but watch the stiff arm right there on Tutupu. That gave him the momentum and with the speed to get down the sidelines and pick up a very important first down on first down.
Very few running backs come off a plant stronger than he does.
Especially that right leg.
Yep. They got Dudley in there at fullback for blocking on this particular series as well. Perry gets the ball again. Not a whole lot there. Just about the line of scrimmage before he's brought down by Marcel Ullman. After the game, we invite you to join us for the Built Ford Tough postgame report, and then the ACC champion Florida State Seminoles will meet the Miami Hurricanes in the Orange Bowl as the BCS or the Bowl Championship Series continues next here on ABC Sports. It'll be second down, say 9. The ball is up around the 33-yard line, playing on real grass here at the Rose Bowl. Ryan Thompson checks into the lineup now for Michigan. Perry remains deep, and Braylon Edwards is the wideout in motion. And they're looking for him. Instead, go to 35. That's Brian Thompson out of the backfield. The fullback makes the catch all right, but he's still 3 yards or maybe 4 short of the first down.
John Navarre, that's 6 out of 9 passing so far. Why? Well, because SC is so good on defense at stuffing the rushing attack. Only one 100-yard rusher this year, and that was Adam Chinobi Echimandu of Cal. Of course, that was the 34-31 triple overtime win for Jeff Tedford's team in Berkeley.
Done. Well done. Echimandu.
Happy New Year. Thank you.
Been practicing.
Yeah, but don't ask me to say it again. You get one shot.
3rd down and 4. Perry, a little bit of a stumble as he's kind of juked and wanted to move right, came back left and stumbled a bit. And Omar Nazel was there for the tackle. Omar had a thumb injury, had surgery. He's out there playing with a soft cast today, and the Wolverines now on 4th and 2 will punt it away.
And SC will keep their defense on the field in this instance and bring Greg Carlson back, the sure-handed punt returner, inside the 20.
Adam Finley out of Greenwood, Indiana, the punter for the Wolverines, averaging just under 40 yards per punt. Snap is good. The kick's away, and there's some air under it. And Carlson, Greg waited a long time to call the fair catch, but he went ahead and did it at the 16, and that's where the Trojans will have it, leading 7-0, 5:37 to go in the first quarter.
A truck like this isn't built in a factory. It's built in the farms and fields, concrete streets and construction sites that map the landscape of an entire country. Because when Ford builds the new F-150, there are promises to keep. And only one truck earned the right to be the next F-150. If you haven't looked at Ford lately, look again.
This chair doesn't look frightening. It's just oak, glue, and nails. But if you ever find yourself in it, it can be the scariest place on the planet. It's the defendant's chair, and Allstate knows how intimidating it can feel. If you're an Allstate customer and you're sued over an accident, they'll send a lawyer to defend you. You should never be alone. That's Allstate stand. Are you in good hands?
Somewhere, there's a man accessing sensitive information by way of a fingerprint, while a woman keeps track of millions of dollars in inventory, safeguarding it from the warehouse to your house. And a dad checks on his business from his son's baseball game. What do all these people have in common? They rely on America's #1 security company, ADT. Always there.
This is the Rose Bowl game presented by Citi.
Having a nap. We go now to this possession, the second possession for Southern California. They scored off their first one, and we're now in the bottom third of the first quarter of play. Temperature in the low 60s today, and it's dry.
Trojans took great advantage of great field position. This time they're backed up all the way to the 16.
Reggie Bush is the tailback, or the single back if you wish. And Leinart gives it to him. Watch him go outside. Oh, that good tackle. That is a good tackle by Jeremy LeSueur. Because if he gets a half a step past LeSueur and turns that corner, he might have burned some grass.
Mike Williams wasn't even in on that last play, and he's the most intimidating receiver in college football. If you try to press him, he'll embarrass you with his size and power. Against the zone coverage, he can literally run through an entire defensive secondary on his way to the end zone. But what makes this man so special is he can make that impossible catch look incredibly easy.
Well, he's on this side of the field now, standing back at the 10-yard line. So you can see what happens as Leinart rolls and looks for somebody on this side. Williams the block, Carey the catch. Now fumbled the ball as he goes down on the 20, and the line judge says he's down.
They're going to get SC, though, for an illegal pick on this play, Keith. So Michigan, thinking they had the fumble recovery, will have SC backing up.
But you saw one side of Williams there as he came over, and pretty crunching block. But it's offside called against Michigan. They missed the pick.
Yeah, they certainly did. Jason Mitchell with an illegal block, but obviously Michigan lining up in the neutral zone.
Offside on a defense. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
So that helps the Trojans a bit.
Yeah, after the play fake, there you can see the block as the ball is in the air. And is that a fumble? Apparently not. The ground cannot cause the fumble. Great hit, though, here to send Colbert on a somersault.
Marcus Curry turned him upside down. Put the ball at the 18-yard line, where it is now 2nd down and 8 for USC. Leinart gives the ball away to the tailback, Lindale White. White is the bigger of the tailbacks. You've got White at 225, Bush 190, and Herschel Dennis, the sophomore, at 190. Bush and White are both true freshmen.
And that's a rare carry for SC between the tackles. Lately, they've been able to just use the speed of Bush and Dennis in their running attack to get to the edge. But with the power of White, Michigan's got to look out for that.
Hancock, the fullback, comes way wide now as one of the wideouts, and Colbert is back there in the backfield, and it is 3rd down and 3. Leinart looking for Bush. Throws. Got him. He's open. He loses the football. It's wandering around, and then he gets it back, and he's finally wrestled down. And I thought for a minute that ball was going to come out as they spun him around. But he is hard to handle. 41-yard line, first down, Southern California.
And he comes out of the backfield where he's isolated on a safety, and in fact nobody really took him as he split the seam. And when he gets his hands on that football, that's that lightning in a bottle you're talking about. Here he is, number 5 on a wheel route. Gets away from Marlon Jackson, who's going to be assigned to him for the better part of the day.
That's good for 36 yards and first down from the 41. Leinart is sacked. Sacked back at the 47-yard line by Pierre Woods, a junior out of Cleveland, Ohio.
That doesn't happen to Matt Leinart very often, only 15 times now this season. But Pierre Woods with a big play for Michigan's defense.
They'll put it down finally on the 48-yard line, so it'll be second down and 19.
But Pierre Woods will come from a linebacker spot. He will also drop down as a defensive end to get his speed on the field that he showed right there.
So 21, second down and 21. Marcamento tells me. Larry Stevens coming into the ball game, and a defensive change for Michigan with Lamar Woodley coming out. Larry Stevens, a senior, plays at that outside defensive end position out of Tacoma, Washington area. Lord Carr finds his way to the West Coast quite often. We'll have a look at next year's quarterback at Michigan, Matt Gutierrez. And Leinart stands, throws. William bobbles, holds, and makes the catch. And he moves the ball down inside the 43-yard line.
Such a physically imposing wide receiver, 6'5", 230 pounds, and on the slant route, even with inside coverage by Marcus Curry, Williams gets in easily and then plays catch with himself.
Here now. Leinart, 6 out of 6, 99 yards and a touchdown. Not a bad beginning. A minute and 50 to go in the first quarter. Matt rolling right, left-hander getting a little heat, steps away from it, throws in the middle, pass good to Williams, penalty flag down. Play goes down to about the 30-yard line, which would be good for a first down, but the flag was thrown on the far side of the field.
Trying to break some tendencies. SC rolling Matt Leinart, a left-hander, out to the right side, something that he does not do very often.
Well, illegal procedure by the Trojans. Somebody moving.
Matt Leinart saying illegal it's all right.
On the offense. 5-yard penalty from previous spot. Still third down.
And when you're a hot quarterback, 6 out of 6, like Matt Leinart is, a lot of things are all right. He's feeling good about his game right now.
The ball comes well back from the 30-yard line where it was had there been no penalty to the Michigan 47. There SC possesses it with Steve Smith into the ball game now at a wideout position. He's number 2. Herschel Dennis is the tailback. Shazer drops in the middle of the field for Michigan's secondary. Leinart looking around, pumps, throws, ball is dropped. Thrown low to Herschel Dennis, the tailback, and that's Leinart's first miss of the day.
Yeah, 2 big plays on that series for each team. The pass play to Reggie Bush, and then the sack by Pierre Woods.
Tom Malone comes in now on 4th down, and he averaged better than 49 yards punting. And he's going to be kicking it in the direction of Steve Preston, who's one of the best in the country at returning punts. The key against Preston, of course, put some air under the ball. Kick it as high as you can.
And he's standing at the 10. Anything over his head, he will let go into the end zone.
Malone would lead the nation, but he didn't have enough punts to qualify. And boy, he got some air under that one, and he kicks it all the way into the end zone, and there'll be no return. So it'll be Michigan getting the ball back at the 20-yard line, first down. A minute and 6 to go in the first quarter.
Who would do such a thing? When one of these little fellows disappeared, this quiet town was rocked. Have you ever seen anything like this in your neighborhood before?
Never, never, never. Never.
Never, never?
Never.
Meanwhile, there were telling clues.
Okay, please step back.
Local law enforcement had this to share.
Oh, we have scoured the entire
And then, a break in the case.
I received a letter from the people who took him. He's on some sort of ski trip, booked through Travelocity.
Travelocity?
I've never been skiing.
And there you have it. A bald spot in the grass, and a website used by some gnome nappers to take a little gnome, a Roman. I'm Jenny Fieldman, reporting live from Durham.
New celebrities, new challenges, new moles.
I don't trust nobody.
Celebrity Mole Yucatan. The hit show returns 10/9 Central, ABC Wednesday.
Call now and you can own a copy of the official Rose Bowl game program from today's game. It's the same one sold at the game, and it makes a terrific souvenir. The Sugar Bowl game program is also available. Call 1-800-769-8843 now.
There's Bo Schembechler, 10 times he came here. His first time was a terrible thing. He had a heart attack. He didn't believe he had a heart attack, and then finally Doc O'Connor said, "You ain't going anywhere. Go to bed. You're going to the hospital." And he wouldn't let him coach, and Jim Young took over the team, and they lost. But, well, I'll tell you what, things happen when Bo comes to town. He has been a star around here for the last week, and has been sick a couple of days, too, with the flu. Lloyd Carr was on that staff, Schembechler's staff, for 15 years. So here comes Michigan for the third straight time from their own 20-yard line, trailing 7-0. DeVar's pass is thrown quickly, and he finds the crease with Edwards, and Edwards fights his way for 8 yards. And we're ticking along toward the end of the first quarter of play. Will Poole made that tackle on Edwards, and he remains trying to get inside Edwards' shirt.
Big part of the Michigan offense is passes to Chris Perry. He caught 42 on the season. A lot of screen passes. We've seen one attempted so far today that was almost intercepted.
This second down play is very close to 3 yards. And the ball is handed away to Perry, and Chris is twisted down short of the line of scrimmage. He's going to lose a yard as Kenichi Udeze brings him down. Udeze has had a bad shoulder, and he's had to pace himself, but in the last week of preparation was able to get to a level he thought was sufficient. And when he is sufficient, I mean he is something.
Well, it's because of his quickness, as he just tosses aside Tony Pape and gets in. That's the quickness. Also, number 90 there, Frosty Rucker from the other defensive end spot was there for Perry.
3rd down and 4 now. They stop it. The quarter's over. So we ran out of time just before the snap of the ball. So after 1 here in Pasadena at the Rose Bowl presented by Citi, it's 7-0 USC.
The new Ford F-150 has the strongest, toughest frame, the highest payload capacity, the most towing strength, and the quietest interior. So what do you give the truck that has everything? The 2004 Motor Trend Truck of the Year Award. Only this truck earned the right to be the next F-150. If you haven't looked at Ford lately, look again.
The Home Depot is more than a store. It's how to go from cluttered to clean. With everything you need, like closet organizers and storage shelves from Mills Pride Closet Made and Workforce. And right now, 20-gallon Rubbermaid storage totes are a special buy at only $277. We also offer custom-cut shelves and advice on what works. Start getting organized. Stop by one of our free You Can Get Organized clinics every Saturday in January at 2 p.m. The Home Depot. You can do it, we can help.
Introducing Subway's new Atkins-friendly wraps, like the savory chicken bacon ranch wrap and the turkey and bacon melt wrap. Packed with all the delicious taste you'd expect from Subway, but with under 11 net carbs. They'll help you satisfy your low-carb goals. As for your other goals, like avoiding your in-laws indefinitely, well, there you're on your own. The new Atkins Friendly Wraps from Subway. Good, so you don't always have to be.
You're watching ABC.
Channel 2 Action News, when major news breaks.
Breaking news out of Spalding County. The trench they were in collapsed around.
Count on the most experienced news team to keep you informed.
Vince Dooley was admitted to St. Mary's Hospital.
I knew all along he was innocent.
From the air, from the ground, all over North Georgia.
Someone hit him in the head with a brick.
Coverage that's live, local, late breaking. Monica Kaufman, John Pruitt. Channel 2 Action News. Breaking news coverage you can count on.
From all of us at Channel 2,
Happy New Year.
This is the Rose Bowl game presented by City.
The Rose Bowl. No place like it. Go to the second quarter with Southern California leading Michigan by a score of 7-0. And the ball rests on the 27-yard line where it's owned by the Wolverines. Tom Brady, who came out of Sierra High School up in San Mateo, went to Michigan to play his football, and now quarterbacks the New England Patriots. And there he is. They finally let him in. They weren't going to let him in for a while today. And he'd been kind of puny.
He doesn't need no stinking badge.
He had a hell of a time getting in, I know that. He didn't get to do the mile-and-a-half walk like we did, though. Navarre's pass is batted down.
That's another defensive back putting pressure on John Navarre. Will Poole coming from way, way outside. Navarre holding the ball too long on that 3rd and short. And watch number 28. Look at this. This is a 40-yard dash for Poole. But Navarre does not make the mistake of throwing the ball into coverage. Big play again for a defensive back for SC.
And Adam Finley is in, standing at his 5-yard line. Will hit it somewhere around the 10. And it's Reggie Bush waiting for it. Little heat on him, but he got it out. It's a good kick. Turns over for him. Bush at the 35. One man misses him. And the trailer gets him just about the 40-yard line. Carl Tabb making the tackle. Now Todd Harris.
All right, thank you, Keith. Tom Brady living a conundrum from Southern California, went to Michigan. First of all, assess the two quarterbacks so far. What do you see?
Well, the USC kid, he's getting the ball to the open guy. I think we got to make him earn some of those. I hate watching those guys throw easy completions, but John's doing a good job. We just got to use that aggressiveness, that toughness we have to try to get some points on the board.
What do you think about the speed of USC? I know that was one of the concerns of Michigan coaches.
Yeah, they got some big guys, man. That number 1, I mean, he looks like he's about 25 years old, but they look good. They look good. It's going to be a battle. It's going to go down to the 4th quarter.
Thanks. You wouldn't mind throwing to him, would you, in a couple years?
No, he looks pretty good to me.
Thanks a lot, Tom.
Thanks a lot.
All on the carry by Herschel Dennis. Will be worth a couple of yards up to about the 43. I make it to 42. Took it away.
Tom Brady getting the weekend off with a bye for New England. Boy, don't they look good going into the NFL playoffs. And we've got all these bowl games on ABC, plus the wild card game this weekend and NBA basketball. My goodness, Keith. ABC, huh?
I'm going to bed. Turn on the set and turn it up. There you go. Leinart pumps it, going deep. Kerry Colbert got it. Marcus Curry couldn't keep pace with him.
Matt Leinart continues with the hot hand. He gets good pass protection here. Watch the pump fake there to make sure there's no safety in the middle of the field. But Marcus Curry never looks back for where this ball is. There's nobody in the middle of the field, so Leinart can just air it out. And Curry desperately diving at the feet of Colbert. What a catch with a guy hanging all over your feet.
37 yards. Colbert now 3 catches, 71 yards, and he caught the touchdown pass for the Trojans. Down the middle, Colbert, touchdown. No, it comes out, does it?
What a big hit there to knock it out.
I thought he'd hit the ground before the ball came out, but he did get a lick.
Oh, yeah, I thought the ball might have crossed the plane into his possession, but when he hit the ground, he did not have possession of the ball.
He got it there.
Marlon Jackson and Ernest Shazer, the big hitting safeties for Michigan, force this ball to come out.
That was close.
Yeah, it was real close.
Ball is at the 21, second down and 10.
USC's already had their phantom touchdown, though, haven't they?
Yeah, they burned that in 79. Rick Leach has still got that poster. Ball's inside, down to about the 20-yard line.
Marlon Jackson, a former cornerback who really would like to play corner, but is playing safety for Michigan because that gives Marcus Curry a chance to get on the field along with Jeremy LeSueur. But when LeSueur leaves and graduates this year, Jackson will move back to corner. But he specializes in the big hit, as we just saw.
Third down. Short 9. Leinart, pressure from the backside. Now he turns away from it, throws the ball low, too low, and it's incomplete. Lindale White, the tailback, was over there and had some room. If he could get the ball to White, he might have made something out of it. But Pierre Woods wasn't buying it. Boy, he ate him up.
Yeah, Pierre Woods probably said, here I come from the blind side. Remember, Pierre got the sack on the last possession for SC. That pressure that time will bring out this field goal try for the Trojans.
Well, Ryan Killeen now is 19 of 23 this season. His long was 45, and this one is going to be around 40. Maybe 39, probably 39. It's just inside the 40. And he hooked it. No good. It looked to me like he hit the ground with that. I saw the dust kick up when just before the foot hit the ball. He might have been a little fat on that one, and he doesn't get it. So it remains 7-0 Southern California.
Enjoy your new Durango.
Look, it's got a DVD. And see how smooth the ride is for you and Fluffy?
Liz, what are you doing to him?
I'm just showing little Joey the new Durango.
Son, there's only one thing you need to know. Hemi. Can you say Hemi?
Hemi.
That's my boy.
The all-new Dodge Durango. Big size, smooth ride, Hemi power. Starting under $26,600.
How's this, guys?
It's great.
So, do you like the job, rookie?
Next.
You missed a spot.
Rookie, you got some work tomorrow.
Excuse me, sir. Are you a real fireman?
He sure is.
Bringing neighbors together. That's what Applebee's is all about.
From the producer of The Fast and the Furious, Triple X, Too Fast, Too Furious, and SWAT.
Just like you figured, I'm with my and we all with it. Get ignorant to all the booty shakers, to all the money makers, undertakers. Get ignorant.
You messing with my good nature. You're in my way.
Torque, rated PG-13, starts Friday, January 16th.
The coming-of-age story of one boy's most embarrassing moment.
Perfectly normal.
How can this be normal? I can barely walk. An all-new 8 Simple Rules, followed by an all-new I'm With Her, ABC Tuesday.
Aerial coverage of game this afternoon being provided by Tostitos. You can see to the left there the famous facade of the Rose Bowl where the Hall of Fame plaques are all located. John Robinson among those entering the Hall of Fame yesterday. Danny O'Neill from Oregon, and Harriman Cronk, who has been a stalwart citizen of the committee here for so many years. That little swing pass play comes out to about the 25-yard line.
Time for our Dodge defensive playbook. Michigan quarterback John Navarre has been sacked 3 times today. Here is Will Poole coming off the corner. In fact, all 3 sacks of Navarre have come from defensive backs. Poole has 2.
Second down and 8 for Michigan. John throws a bullet to Braylon Edwards. and gets the completion at the 29-yard line, but they need 3 more for the first down. He had to get rid of it because Dallas Sartz was tracking him down and laid a lick on him after he let the ball go.
Neither team has been able to run the ball very well at all. Here's that shot by Dallas Sartz, who Pete Carroll calls the most versatile player on his team. He's 6'5", 220 pounds. He plays linebacker, but he also can line up as a safety, and he runs a 40 in about 4.6, so his future very bright here in SC.
We got Edwards and Breston switching sides here. Navarre comes down into the middle area where he finds Jason Avant, and they're going to say Avant didn't have it when he came down, and the pass is incomplete. Jason Avant, who made that spectacular one-handed catch in the Ohio State game.
Well, let's see if this is a two-handed catch.
Belly button.
That's a, oh boy, that's close. That's a catch because his knee was down when that ball came out. Trying to convince Lloyd Carr of that.
And it is 4th down. Adam Findlay is in now for his 3rd punt of the day. He's had 2 good ones, 43 and 46. And it's Reggie Bush waiting. There's some heat on him, but again, he clears it, and that's the best one of the bunch. Oh, bingo. Coming down like a running downhill was Carl Tabb, and he just nailed Reggie Bush. So we've got 10:31 to go in the first half of play, with Southern California leading Michigan 7-0, and they're playing some tough defense now.
This is something that this country is ready for.
The Soviets win. My goal is to beat them.
I want you to be a hockey player!
Think that'll get them going? Oh, yeah.
This is your time.
You've got 10 seconds. The countdown going on right now. 5 seconds left in the game. You believe in miracles? Yes!
Miracle, rated PG, starts February 6th.
You know, Bugsy, in our line of work, I'm glad we have that insurance. What insurance, Doc? Nope, that's not it. The one that pays you cash if you get hurt and can't work. And, Dad's, it's right on the tip of my bill. Flapjack?
Aflac. Ask about it at work.
Tink, I knew the name all along.
So what floor do you live on?
I live down the hall, 22B.
Are you the guy in the corner apartment?
Yeah.
You should really think about closing your blinds.
I'll keep that in mind. Hey, we're moving. Good thinking. Pass the Tostitos.
We should do this more often.
Everyone loves a great crunchy taste of Tostitos scoops. And with a bite-sized bowl shape, you get the perfect dip every time.
So you see everything?
Yeah.
Right.
Meet you at the Tostitos.
The Rose Bowl game presented by Citi. This ABC Sports exclusive presentation brought to you by Miller Lite. There's good enough and there's better than it has to be. Miller, good call. Dodge, you can take life as it comes or you can grab life by the horns. Citi, credit card and financial tools to help you live richly. And Tostitos, nothing brings friends together like Tostitos chips and salsa. Meet you at the Tostitos.
There's a couple of noble Trojans. Marcus Allen, Ronnie Lott. There's a lot of folks here. We just saw Desmond Howard. Justin Fargas is here. Because for Justin, it's coming home. He played over here at Notre Dame High School in Sherman Oaks. Herschel Dennis is the tailback now for Southern California from the 23-yard line. Here they come. Leinart still got it. Lets it go. And he's got his man. Guess who? Mike Williams. First down, USC.
Big difference for Matt Leinart when he can roll out to his left. He feels so comfortable doing so. After the fake here, he's going to come out. And you can find where Mike Williams coming from this side of the field. Look at all the Trojans running free in that secondary. But Williams is such a great target for the quarterback against a zone. How do you miss big number one? And he doesn't miss the ball.
You move the chains.
Absolutely.
Leinart again. Williams again. Tries to shake the first one and can't do it. And Jeremy LeSueur, young man from Holly Springs, Mississippi made the tackle on him.
And LeSueur was complaining that Williams pushed off. LeSueur up in tight bump and run coverage that time. Williams may have gotten away with one.
Steve Smith replaces Williams in the lineup for the moment. Lindale White is your running back, and he's got it. He doesn't get much. He gets a couple of yards as he tries to root over the left side with the offensive line surge. They're not the biggest offensive line in town, but they're big enough. Jacob Rogers and Winston Justice, the two tackles, are both over 300 pounds, and Justice is only a sophomore, so I imagine Winston's going to creep up a tad on the scale.
There's Jim Herman, defensive coordinator, checking out what SC brings out offensively before he substitutes on defense.
And you're looking at third down and a long three. Shazor comes up, high ball in the quarterback, ball's away, and it's incomplete, and he threw that one into a crowd, and he's lucky to get it back. He tried to force one to Mike Williams, and he threw it into double coverage.
Yeah, Mike Williams on the outside working the slant route against Marcus Curry. That's a beautiful job by Curry, shielding Williams away from the ball, and Leinart is real lucky this one isn't picked off.
And here's Tom Malone for his second punt. His first one was 48 yards into the end zone. Steve Preston is hoping to have a chance to see what he can do with one of these, but Tom's got to kick it low, and so far he's put a lot of air under it, and that's a beauty. Back to the 5-yard line, and the gunner got him. Justin Wyatt flying downfield with sprinter speed, and he took him down on the 5.
And a big mistake for Steve Preston as he backs up from the 10-yard line. Watch the speed of Justin Wyatt, gets away from Marcus Curry, and is going to drop Preston deep in Michigan territory.
For our lowest rate on a great car, go thrifty.com.
I said, Joe, think of the family. It's comfortable. It's not too big, not too small. It's got a DVD. End of discussion.
I said, Liz, we need a man's SUV. I mean, this thing tows like a son of a gun, and it's got a Hemi. Done deal.
The all-new Durango. Big size, smooth ride, Hemi power.
And Joe completely understood.
Liz finally saw it my way. Soda?
The all-new Dodge Durango, starting under $26,600.
For our lowest rate on a great car, go thrifty.com.
You're watching the Rose Bowl game presented by Citi.
Now time for the Aflac trivia question. Which was the last AP #1 ranked team to lose in the Rose Bowl game?
Aflac!
I want to see that duck.
You're looking at him.
Nothing there. Maybe a yard.
Boy, neither team can run the ball at all. SC has -2 yards on the ground running. Michigan now with just 3 yards rushing. And both these offenses, very high octane. SC averaging over 42 points a game. Michigan over 37.
I'm kind of surprised, but we'll see it before the day's over, but they like to use Terry Malone likes to put Chris Perry out there on the edge and dump that ball off to him, a little short pass stuff, because he's pretty handy with it. He's also a very good pass blocker, and it looked to me like Braylon Edwards might have gotten into the vision of Brian Thompson there, and he didn't make the catch, and the ball almost hit him right in the chin.
Yeah, real confusion there for Brian Thompson as a fullback coming out there, asking Navarre, "Well, you throwing this one to me?" Here's Edwards, number 1. Here's Thompson, 35, and it looks like the ball was thrown right between the two of them.
Well, John gave him a chance to make a play. Either one.
Michigan 2 of 7 on 3rd down. They failed to convert on their last 5 tries.
And this 3rd down is 10. Ball is completed to Braylon Edwards, and he's out to about the 15. That's close to your first down as that little surge forward to maybe the, if he got it to the 17 with a spot, he's got his first down. And he's got it.
That effort is why this young man will play on Sundays in the real near future. Watch where he catches the ball. He's about 5 to 6 yards short of that first down marker. He splits 2 big linebackers on the tackle here to Tupu and Sarts and stretches out. That's a great effort.
Edwards is 6'3", 210, and a great leaper as well. He can get up for the ball. First down from the 17 for Michigan now. Navarre getting some heat and goes down. Back inside the 10-yard line. The first man to get him was Udeze.
And that all plays into how Pete Carroll calls his defenses. Seen 3 sacks early in the first quarter, all by defensive backs. Gives the offense a lot of different looks. Now he will turn loose just the front 4. And the best pass rusher on that front 4 is number 94. He gets inside of Adam Stenovich there for another sack for SC.
Pete Carroll, incidentally, if you don't know it, is the defensive coordinator for USC. Says it keeps him interested. As if he didn't have enough. This is Chris Perry. Oh, my goodness, a half a step from being gone.
No play, though.
Back it comes. Against Michigan.
Lloyd Carr had the right play called there from Terry Malone. Look at the room in the middle here with just Tupu as the middle linebacker. Nice block by Matt Lentz, but you can forget about it because of the penalty against the Wolverine offense.
But the ball comes back to the 5-yard line where it's 2nd down and 22.
So you get a sack and then a penalty, and you're backed up inside your 5 again.
Chris is behind Navarre and has the ball. That's just trying to wedge out a little daylight for the punter, and Finley will be coming along shortly. The way things are going, the NFL playoffs kick off with a wild card Saturday on ABC. First, the Titans will battle the Ravens, and then in prime time, the Cowboys will face off against the Panthers. The NFL wild card on Saturday, coverage beginning at 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific, following the Sixers-Spurs game Saturday on ABC Sports. Allen Iverson's having a season of injuries so far, isn't he?
Yeah, a little bit. Tough guy. We've got an official timeout here.
We had
Timeout. USC.
So the Trojans are charged with the timeout. We had an equipment situation, and Dallas Sart's chin strap was broken, but they'll take the timeout now and talk about circumstances because they've got Michigan backed up. They've got them on 3rd down and 18. If they can hold them one more time, then they force the punt.
Hey, that thing got a Hemi? You're about to find out. Excuse me. Can I have my order, please?
Dodge Ram with the legendary Hemi. Loved by those who have one, dreamt about by those who don't.
Sweet.
Paycheck is the #1 thriller in America.
Take him.
It will keep you guessing right up until the end. Paycheck is fun and thoroughly entertaining. It's the ultimate suspense film. Paycheck, rated PG-13, now playing.
Any problems yet?
No, we used FedEx.
We have packages going ground in trucks, and there are no problems. This is a problem.
What's a problem?
That there are no problems. That's a problem. If there's a problem, I can deal with it right away. If there's no problem, all I can do is sit here and wait for a problem. Yeah, no, I'm gonna be here all night.
But we use FedEx Ground. There is no problem.
I know, it's a complete disaster.
Get out.
Yeah.
For reliable, affordable, nationwide ground delivery, relax, it's FedEx.
This holiday, have you been nice?
Never seen the moon that big.
We really shouldn't waste it. Or have you been naughty?
Say hello to my little friend.
Get what you really want. Bruce Almighty and Scarface on DVD now.
I got a hunch that Tyrone Wheatley needs to talk to his young'uns here. They're not paying attention. But then on the other hand, that's a fairly comfortable way to go to the game.
He was out partying too late last night on New Year's Eve.
Third down, the ball is on the 9-yard line. Third down and 18 for Michigan. Big play here. Trojans trying to pin him. Navarre's pass is away, and it's incomplete. Thrown behind. It's intercepted.
Bounced off his foot.
Went off his foot, and it's picked off by Tatupu, and Tatupu is inside the 5-yard line. It hit Braylon on the foot. Braylon Edwards, the intended receiver, and the ricochet went right to Tatupu, and lo and behold, the Trojans are knocking on the door.
This pressure is forcing Navarre to throw the ball too soon. Braylon Edwards is never even looking for this ball. Right in the seam there, ball kind of tailed away from Edwards off his heel and up into the air and heads up by Lofa Tatupu. Look at the gift. Wow.
Huh. Well,
that's an unbelievable play off the left heel of Braylon Edwards into the hands of Lofa Tatupu.
That's why we play the game. First and goal from the 4-yard line. Run it. Oh, what a play. Pierre Woods decks Lindell White back on the 6-yard line. He almost sawed him in half.
Couple of big plays because of Pierre Woods' speed and quickness. Number 99 right here. Totally unblocked. Delivering the big hit on White. And that's what Michigan needs. How does White hang on to that ball, though?
Well, he's economy-sized himself. Boy, that was a lick. Second down and goal. Leinert throws right through the hands of Hancock out of the backfield. Incomplete. Hancock is a fullback, but once in a while gets out into that outside position on the edge. Larry Stevens was the threat on the play for Leinert.
And Larry Stevens is going to get picked up by Lindell White. Watch this block by White. Number 21 takes down the very strong and quick defensive end for the Wolverines.
Ball is at the 6. It is third down and goal. Southern California trying to cash in a fortuitous turnover. You reckon they're going to go right with it? No, going to go left with it. And touchdown, White. There's testimony to the strength of Lindell White. Jeremy LeSueur, the senior corner, had him. Couldn't hold it.
3 big plays in a row for Lindell White, hanging on to the ball, making a key block, and then breaking the tackle here of Jeremy LeSueur, as you said, Keith, and diving in for the score. Big play for SC. It looked like Michigan may have had some momentum there.
Killian for the point. Malone's the holder. Snaps good. Kicks good. 14-0 Southern California. The turnover produced this touchdown off the heel of Braylon Edwards, taken back to Tupu, and then finally on third down they squeeze it into the end zone with White getting the score, and that's why you have 14.
Can't taste my beer. I can't taste my beer. I can't taste my beer.
I can't taste my beer.
I can't taste my beer!
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less filling, Miller Lite. Good call.
So what floor do you live on?
I live down the hall, 22B.
Are you the guy in the corner apartment?
Yeah.
You should really think about closing your blinds.
I'll keep that in mind. Hey, we're moving. Good thinking. Pass the Tostitos.
We should do this more often.
Everyone loves a great crunchy taste of Tostitos scoops, and with a bite-sized bowl shape, you get the perfect dip every time.
So you see everything?
Yeah. Right. Meet you at the Tostitos.
Chemical experiments in weightless space. Archaeological digs in the desert Southwest. Justice in American courtrooms. If it's being explored by anyone, anywhere, it's happening here, tackling more issues of greater diversity than at any other institution in the world. The University of Michigan, where it's happening.
The guys discover the VIP bathroom. Now, will they ever be able to go back?
Give us a little time to get dressed, maybe?
No. All new, less than perfect ABC Tuesday.
Earlier we asked you the Aflac trivia question, and we'll have the answer for you in a minute, so get your paper and pencil ready.
Hey, Grandma, how you doing?
First
Everybody back home.
reception for a touchdown this season for Lendell White, a true freshman.
Here's the kick. Good one, going deep. Preston wanted to come with it, but Losura says, you stay back there. We'll take the ball out at the 20-yard line, and now here's your answer to the Aflac trivia question. Which was the last AP #1 ranked team to lose in the Rose Bowl game? And the answer is Ohio State. Lost to USC in 1980 here in this stadium.
That's a trivia question that can make both the Michigan fans and the SC fans happy.
Yeah. I'll tell you, that Michigan-Ohio State game we got a chance to do was special this year. Heck of a football game. Ooh.
Two great teams.
So from the 20, here come the Wolverines. Will Poole's lined up on this side of the field against Braylon Edwards and going to run with him. The ball's thrown to him, and it is incomplete. Poole was right up there with him, and the ball went high. But that's a kind of a catch that Edwards will make sometimes if you leave him alone.
Yeah, Poole had help over the top from Jason Leach. It's a post route. Look at the way Poole is playing. He knows he's got help from number 27 coming. Again, the ball comes in too high, but there is Leach. John Navarre started off.
Edwards right there. He had his hands on it.
Yes, he did. That's two that he's let go.
Second down and 10 from the 20. Chris Perry tries to cut back against the flow, and he's tripped up by Dallas Sartz. Got him with a forearm. But I'll tell you what, if Perry gets past Sartz, it might have been fun to watch.
It's a real challenge for Chris Perry and this offensive line of Michigan. SC is just so quick, not only in their front four, but in their linebacking core. Dallas Sartz, number 42, with a left hand reaching out. But look at the defensive backs. Bing, Leach, and Nunn. Seventh time now SC has stopped Michigan for a loss.
Third down and 12. Navarre gets it away. Pass complete to Avant. Avant's up across the 35. It has a first down. Just across the 35.
That's an outstanding job of being patient and courageous at the same time by John Navarre. He's been sacked 4 times here in the first half. With a deep drop there, gets away from Udeze and then keeps his eyes down the field, focused on number 8. big conversion there for Michigan.
Time 3:47 to go in the first half. 14-0 Southern California. Braylon Edwards is in the backfield. Now he empties the backfield. You got 4 of them over here together. Set up the screen for Breaston. Breaston's got some blocking, and they run him out of bounds at about the 48, 47-yard line. That's another first down for Michigan.
Got to get the ball into the hands of guys that can make plays for you on the perimeter against SC. We've seen Avant now, and now Breaston with that quick hitch route. But don't fall asleep on Breaston. Former high school quarterback. He was poised to throw that ball back to John Navarre as he did against Minnesota. In fact, that's the last time Michigan trailed by 14 in the first half, was against Minnesota.
Tab and Gonzalez are the wideouts now, as Edwards, one of those who comes out, and they'll run Chris Perry up the middle with it. He's got 9 yards before Sean Cody tracks him down.
Finally, a little rhythm and a little momentum for the Wolverine offense. This offensive line has started all 12 games for Michigan this year. Having a tough time protecting the quarterback so far, but if they can get the running game going, that will help John Navarre.
Tyrese Butler checks into the ball game now. He is number 9 and will be on this side. Edwards back in. He goes up the far side. And they're running Perry. Chris steps through the tackle, goes down to the 35. Ball comes out.
Nope, they're saying he's down. Yep.
Just inside the 35-yard line. Tutupu knocked it loose, but he was down.
Boy, we're having some close calls. That's about 3 now in the first half where the officials have had to come in and say it was a fumble or not a fumble, complete or not complete. Look at the moves. Tutupu rips it out. Well, I'm not so sure that's not a fumble. Watch Tutupu's right hand reach in for this ball and pull it out before Perry's down.
So it's first down just inside the 35 as Edwards goes in motion and Navarre drops. They're after him. Look at that. He stepped away from 2 Trojans and got a little bit out of nothing. He picks up about 2. Sean Cody, the tackle. Speaking of tackles, here's a big one. John Saunders.
Alongside of Craig James and Terry Bowden, as you look at this game, you got to be able to run the football to be successful, and Michigan's not doing that.
Well, they can't do it. That's their specialty at USC, stopping the run. What they're bad at is people that throw the ball. You got to spread it out. That's not what Michigan wants to do.
But watch Michigan's players out there. When they just kind of flinch, they're expecting to get hit. They're not playing aggressive, and USC is.
At halftime, we'll be joined by former Wolverine and Heisman Trophy winner Charles Woodson. Keith, back to you.
Oh, he's been cranky the last week. He might have something to say. Navarre back. Oh, boy. I mean, they stretched him. Back at the 40-yard line, Manuel Wright was the first one to get there. Then came big old Kenichi Udeze. And that was followed by Frosty Rucker. And I'm sure John felt like an oak tree.
Well, he's just dropping straight back almost every time when he goes back to pass. We're going to have to start moving that pocket a little bit for him, because watch, this pass rush is right up the middle. Big number 92, Manuel Wright, who's a true freshman, was playing high school ball last year with his first sack.
He must have taken a vote of the school board to get that to happen. But he is a horse. Navarre's pass lost grip on it.
2 plays in a row, though, Keith. That was deflected by Manuel Wright. Did we mention that he's 6'6", 285 pounds? Holy cow, 2 plays in a row for the youngster.
Can't be more than 18, 19 years old.
No. And he's working inside as a tackle against a pretty good player, and Tony Pape just throws his right hand at the ball.
And that brings on Adam Finley to punt with 50 seconds to go in the first half. Greg Carlson is waiting just inside the 10-yard line for USC. And his kick, good kick into the end zone. That'll come out to the 20. And the Trojans will have 42 seconds to play with.
And that is a lot of time when you look at the fact that they have 2 timeouts to work with.
Tomorrow night at 8 Eastern, L. Roberson leads Kansas State against Ohio State in the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl. I think that'll be a pretty good football game. Sunday night, Heisman Trophy winner Jason White and the Oklahoma Sooners are down in Baton Rouge against LSU for the BCS National Championship. That's the game we're calling the Computer Championship. We're deciding the Human Championship right here. Reason for that smart aleck comment is that Southern California is atop the coaches poll and the writers poll.
And they're human. Some people think.
Lindale White picking around, trying to find a place to run and having a bit of difficulty with it. He gets out to the 26-yard line. Reggie Bush he's a little sore. Has a groin pull, and he hasn't shaken it completely. He also hasn't broken it loose, and they're going to go to the clubhouse. USC is going to be happy to watch the clock tick on away and go in and have a drink of water with a 14-0 lead at halftime in the Rose Bowl game presented by Citi.
Here's our Nokia player comparison. Let's take a look at both quarterbacks. Matt Leinart and John Navarre both have completed 11 passes. Of course, Leinart with the 2 touchdowns, but the pressure on John Navarre, the 5 sacks by SC in the first half is the story.
Pete Carroll now with Todd Harris.
All right, thank you, Keith. Coach, I know you're worried about their offense, but you shut them out in the first half. That's got to give you a lot of momentum going into the second.
Well, we feel okay about this first half, but that doesn't mean a darn thing now. We got to go play 2 more quarters of real good football. I'm happy that we got it done, but we're just getting started, I hope.
I know you spent a lot of nights up scheming and going against these guys. Have they thrown anything at you so far that surprised you?
Sure, they've done a couple of real nice things, and we're not stopping these guys cold now. They're moving the football on us. We're just getting off the field at the right time. Hopefully we can keep that going.
Good luck in a second.
Thank you, Todd.
Keith, back up to you.
Thanks, Todd. Pete Carroll, Trojan coach, USC leading Michigan 14-0. Stay tuned now for the Pontiac Performance Halftime Show after this message and a word from our ABC station.
Sports as coverage of the Rose Bowl game presented by Citi continues.
We've got a 14-0 ball game here at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California, with Southern California leading Michigan. And a ball game that has been entertaining, but in some instances relatively futile as far as the offense has been.
Well, time for our Home Depot coaching adjustments. Offensively, Michigan's got to find a way to protect John Navarre. Sacked 5 times. They got to find a way to move that pocket. And on defense, pressure Matt Leinart. He started the game 6 for 6. He's thrown 2 touchdowns. He's only been sacked 1 time. SC offensively, they got to get the running game going. Only 2 yards rushing in that first half. And then on defense, just keep fighting on. They've got 5 sacks, 1 takeaway, and that takeaway set up the short touchdown reception by Lindale White.
Are you a little surprised the defense has been able to assert itself as well?
Well, both teams offensively are so explosive on offense. So the focus all week since the end of the season has been on ways to stop them. And SC's speed is really showing up on their defense, not only with the pass rush, but they've been able to hold down these great Michigan wide receivers.
Let's take a moment now to visit with Michigan coach Lloyd Carr as he talks with Todd Harris.
Coach, you knew they had speed coming into this.
Good to see you, Todd.
Good to see you as well. Happy New Year to you.
you.
You're 2 plays away from being tied. Is it the speed they're putting out there, and what adjustments can you make?
Well, we've done a poor job protecting, and hopefully we can get better protection for John Navarre this second half. I think that's the key. Our defense is playing well enough, but we've got to get 1 score right now. We got to get 1 score.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
For those of you who remember their last conversation, this was considerably more docile. Here are your stats.
Yeah, you can see SC just 2 yards rushing, made up for that with a passing game. But the key stat in that first half, as Coach Carr just talked about, you got to protect that quarterback. John Navarre was only sacked 15 times throughout the entire regular season, 1/3 of that in 1 half of play this afternoon.
Troy Nienberg is going to kick it off. Southern California will have the football first off, so Michigan has some urgency now that their defense step up here and contain the Trojans, and as Lloyd said, they need a touchdown early on here to establish themselves in the position of contending. Right now it's Southern California 14-0, and this kick is high, and It's taken at the goal line by Reggie Bush. Got a crack. Now he's got a wall of blue chasing him, and he's out of bounds, short of the 20-yard line.
Time for our city game summary. Let's take a look at that first half highlights. Matt Leinert's going to hook up with Kerry Colbert with his 25-yard touchdown pass over Marcus Curry. That followed a Sean Cody block field goal. And how about this play? Ball bounces off the heel of Braylon Edwards to Lofa Tatupu, and that set up that short 6-yard touchdown reception by Lendale White from Matt Leinart. 14-0 Trojans.
And the ball sits at the 17-yard line for USC. First down with Herschel Dennis, your tailback, and that's Kerry Colbert turning upfield from a wide out spot. Ball goes to him. He's wide open. He makes the catch, and he's got a first down at the 35 in front of Marcus Curry. USC comes into this ball game ranked first in both the writers' poll and the coaches' poll. They were done in by the computers in this, whatever the judgment might be called, of the relative strength of schedule. Though in hindsight, as we have seen the Pac-10 teams play in bowl games, I think USC might have gained, but it was too late. It's Reggie Bush now as the single back, and he gets the ball. There's some of that speed, and he's got almost 10 yards on the carry. But remember, he's got a tender groin. He comes up limping, and we may have seen him for the last time. We'll see. But that looks more like an ankle than it does a groin pull.
Yeah, it sure did. At the end of that play on the tackle, he may have twisted that right ankle. But look at the explosion. Patient sees the cutback to the outside there. Hard to tell as Marcus Curry and Ernest Shazor bring him down.
Lendale White steps in at the tailback position now for USC. Second down and a short yard. Just starting the second half of play. Leinert's pass sideline. Mike Williams first down. Michigan 47-yard line.
And that's where Mike Williams and Matt Leinart are so dangerous. They can read the defense, see that Marcus Curry is playing about 5 or 6 yards off of Williams. So just throw him the little quick hitch route right here. Throw it to the outside, make him spin away from the tackle down the sidelines. Easy conversion on second and short.
With this offense, USC set a school scoring record this season, averaging a little better than 42 points a game. And they do move that ball around. Leinart again looks to the left, goes that way. The ball is incomplete. It was Mike Williams, defended by Marcus Curry. They've been picking on Marcus. That time he won.
Yeah, that was zone coverage that time. Look at the success that Mike Williams, a sophomore, has already had in 2 seasons here at Southern California. 4th all time.
Kind of interesting that the second unit is along the front of the defensive line, Dan. Bowman's out, Massey's out, Hoyer's out, Stevens out. Ball is thrown for Kerry Colbert. What a catch. A penalty flag goes down. He walks into the end zone, gets the touchdown call, and it looked like he made that catch one-handed.
Well, I think he's been watching the highlights of Jason Avant and Michael Williams, because he did catch this ball one-handed, Keith.
Let's see about the flag.
Is going to get called for the pass interference. Obviously, will be declined. Touchdown SC.
Decline. Touchdown.
So the touchdown that Michigan hungers for goes the other way, and they're going to be down by 21-0 if the point is made here. Look at that catch.
It just stuck in the cradle of his arm there, his elbow. He knew the penalty was against LeSueur too, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Kick is good. So, how do you do? You better close the barn door. I'll tell you right now, if you get these guys get rolling, they go downhill pretty fast. It's 21-0 USC.
X3, the ultimate driving machine.
Tostitos and dip in the conference room.
Tostitos and dip in the conference room.
Tostitos and dip in the conference room.
I have to put you on hold.
Hey, pass the Tostitos.
We should do this more often.
Everyone loves the bold taste of Tostitos Gold, the thick, authentic Mexican-style tortilla chip that's perfect for heartier dips.
Thanks for coming to today's productivity meeting. The next few hours should be very enlightening.
Meet you at the Tostitos.
Junior is ringing in the new year by moving out, but can he survive?
It's not as bad as you think it is. I'm gonna kill you!
My wife and kids, all by It's All Relative, all new ABC Wild Wednesday.
The Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California. Arroyo Seco. Sun is out. Beautiful day. Southern California, 21-0 over Michigan. And Ryan Killeen getting ready to kick it off. The deep people for Michigan, Steve Breston and Jeremy LeSueur. Kick carries to the end zone by 2 yards. Coming out with Breston. He's over the 20, out to about the 23, where he's taken down.
Now here's a New Year's treat for all of us. 3 of the best catches you'll ever see. Jason Avant with a one-hander against Northwestern. And then a couple of weeks back, Mike Williams against the Beavers of Oregon State with an incredible left-handed stab. This is becoming a fad in college football because of these very sticky gloves that they have. Watch Kerry Colbert get in the act. He has 5 catches here today for 137 yards and 2 touchdowns. This is where you're supposed to say, do not try this at home.
So here comes Michigan now, desperately needing to respond. Navarre turns, throws, complete to Edwards, and Braylon Edwards is down at the 30-yard line in the arms of Melvin Simmons. Yep. Jason Avant, he hasn't seen the ball much today. He's caught 1, hasn't he?
1 for 17 yards. Edwards has 5 catches for only 37 yards. Breston 3 for 36. So you can see that SC's scheme on defense is not allowing anybody to get deep. Remember, Edwards dropped a sure touchdown on a deep ball in the first series of play.
2nd and 4. Ball caught by Steve Breston. He's got the first down at the 35, and then the Trojans roll him up and push him back. But the Michigan O-line, the key I thought was whether or not the O-line could protect for Navarre and maybe run some, give Perry a chance to run some. And I think the answer to that so far is no.
Yeah, I got to agree with you. Perry, 49 yards rushing in that first half on 13 carries. Not a bad half statistically, but no impact plays for Perry or this Michigan offense.
This is Perry, that little move back to the left side. But again, the quickness of the Southern California secondary. Jason Leach, safety, making the tackle on Perry. He picked up about 8 on that play. Over the years, these two teams have played going back to 1948. That's a total of 6 times. Southern California has won 4 of the 6. The man who was really frustrated for a long time in trying to get his first Rose Bowl win is here today. Bo Schembechler, and he ain't too happy right now either. Hi, Bo. 2nd down and 2. Navarre's pass is tipped at the line of scrimmage. Will Poole.
Another play by
yeah.
Coming on the blitz again, Keith.
Yep. Right at the line of scrimmage.
Every time Michigan runs a couple of successful plays, Will Poole comes on a blitz, and either he sacks the quarterback, or watch number 28 come up here with the right hand, and just like a basketball player, swatting that ball away.
Will is a senior out of St. Albans, New York, and I would say over the last 8 or 9 games of this season, he has he's caught the attention of a lot of folks who hire folks to play on Sunday.
He might be their defensive MVP this season.
Yep, could be. Navarre goes to Perry again, and Chris looking for a little crack for the first down, and will have it as he followed the offensive line surge. And 11:36 to go in the third quarter. 21-0 SC. Tomorrow night, 8 Eastern. L. Roberson leads Kansas City against Ohio State in the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl. And then Sunday night, you've got Oklahoma and LSU in New Orleans for the BCS National Championship. The Nokia Sugar Bowl, Sunday night, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, here on ABC.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with L. Roberson.
Here they come with the reverse. Breaston wide open, coming around the corner, but there's a sure, solid tackle by Will Pooh. And they stop him short of a first down.
John Navarre was going to be the lead blocker on this play, and he got a late Christmas gift here because the guy he was supposed to block, Frosty Rucker right there, fell down, number 90. But look at this sure tackle by Will Poole. He's been a difference maker here on the SC defensive side of the ball, showing all his skills.
Second down and 2. Had 2 men in motion.
A little single wing type of play that time, Keith. That's 2 trick plays in a row for Michigan and Terry Malone. He told me that they had practiced 7 different trick plays. First one worked a lot better than that one.
Jason Avant was the man, goes up under center here, and then they snap it to Perry.
That Perry actually slipped. The ball was slipped to between his legs by Avant.
Yeah.
The offensive line standing up, trying to shield the view of the Trojans so they could not see exactly what Michigan had in mind.
Well, just remind you that Breaston is a high school quarterback of some note. So you very well could see him go in under the center.
Well, the Buckeyes will never forget his option play for the touchdown.
Here comes Tyler Recker into the ball game. Things will get better for the Wolves.
Terry Malone upstairs trying to figure out how to get some points on the board for the M.
First down for the Wolverines. The ball on the 41-yard line. Navarre throws to Edwards. 30, first down. Sarts and Leach the tackle.
Well, Lloyd Carr said they have to find a way of protecting John Navarre, and they're doing that right now. He's got the time on this drive to really survey the field. He looked at 3 different receivers that time before getting that completion.
On first down, throwing again, but runs out of time. As Udeze, you're not going to keep Kenichi treed too long. He can hold him off for a while, but he is a force, and he went in and got John Navarre.
That's his second sack this afternoon. But again, it's pretty easy to tell where Navarre is going to be. He's going to drop back. He's going to be in the pocket about 6-7 yards deep. And the power of Udeze is too much for that O-line.
Of course, Patterson and Cody, they knocked down the wall pretty well themselves. Second down, 14. Ball thrown hard and out in front of Jason Avant. Makes the catch all right, but it's a short gain down to the 27-yard line.
Yeah, Avant did a great job of getting off inside on that slant route. And if the ball had been closer to his body and not having to force him to dive, he might go a long way because he's got inside position on Marcel Allman. Spectacular diving catch.
You know, we're talking about Will Poole, and he had a terrific ball game. He might not have played as much or gotten the chance that he's had, except for an injury to Kevin Arbette.
That's right.
And he's certainly taken advantage of the opportunity given him. Run it with Perry. And Chris Perry is down to the 23. Got to go to the 20 for the first down. So they're looking at a long 3 on the next play.
time to figure out what they want to do here on this 4th down.
They're going to go for it.
Yep. They're not going to have a whole lot of time to make any audible calls at the line of scrimmage, though.
7 seconds. 5. 2. Yep. Had to call timeout. John looked up and he saw the clock ticking away and spent a timeout at 7:43 to go in the 3rd quarter. Michigan in trouble.
BMW X3, the ultimate driving machine.
Buyers and sellers needed a more efficient way to come together.
Right here.
So we developed a faster, more efficient trading system. And today, Schwab Capital Markets is the 2nd largest market maker of NASDAQ securities. Independent financial advisors needed more than just custody and trading to run their businesses. So we built Schwab Institutional, and today we serve more independent financial advisors than any other firm. Companies wanted to offer their employees more help with their 401k plans. Schwab Corporate Services found a way to make personalized advice available through every 401k plan we service. We look for ways to help the markets and investors every day. To learn more about all the ways we can help you, call 1-800-9-SCHWAB.
The Rose Bowl game presented by Citi. This ABC Sports exclusive presentation brought to you by Tostitos. Nothing brings friends together like Tostitos chips and salsa. Meet you at the Tostitos. The all-new BMW X3 sports activity vehicle. BMW, the ultimate driving machine. Charles Schwab, seeing the market from a different perspective. Yours. And the Home Depot. You can do it, we can help.
I know that it's perhaps redundant to suggest this is the key play in the ball game, but it is. 4th and 3.
Keep your eye on Steve Breston right here.
He's throwing. He's running. He's got a 1st down. So the big guy, 6'6", 228-pound John Navarre from Cudahy, Wisconsin, took his big frame downfield and picked up the 1st down.
He's made a lot of great plays in his career, and this one will be right up there with him. At the end of it, you almost wish that he might have handed the ball to number 23, Chris Perry, who's leading him down the field. How about that block by Perry on Tutupu?
That's why Lloyd Carr likes him so much. He is a good blocker. He's willing. Here goes Chris Perry into the middle. Grabbed a hold by Dallas Sarch. Rolls over him, and he's down at about the 12-yard line. Here's what his coach says about Chris Perry.
What I love most about him is the passion that he has for this game and for winning and for doing anything that he's asked to do to help his team win. When you coach a guy like that, it doesn't get much better.
He particularly likes him as a pass blocker. Why he stays in there so much. Navarre throws. Oh boy, it's in the crowd. Braylon Edwards is there, and Will Poole knocked it down. Boy, I've been calling Will Poole's name all day.
For good reason. Number 1, Braylon Edwards looking for a flag. Here's Poole, 28. Here comes Edwards into the picture. And Poole gets away with a bump before the ball got there.
Well, it is football.
6 tackles, 2 sacks, a forced fumble, and 3 passes defense for Will Poole.
We're building a case here. 3rd down along 4. Navarre throws, and he threw right. And Edwards went left. And the penalty flag comes onto the field, and that may very well go against Will Poole. Or somebody.
I'm not
Maybe
sure
Bing.
this ball was even catchable, though,
Maybe
Keith.
it's Bing. I don't know.
This ball just sailed way
Poole
off the field of play.
Poole was coming in. Here's Steve Juszczyk. He'll tell us.
Pass interference. On the defense. Spot foul. Automatic first down.
Well, Poole was not the man because he was moving. He was coming in.
Yeah.
But, could have been Bing. I don't know. Let's see.
Here's Bing, and here's Sarge. Take your pick. Sarge pushes Perry, and Bing pushes Edwards.
Yeah.
And the ball was uncatchable anyway.
Pretty
Here's
clearly.
Marcel Almond, and from the other side, Will Poole came.
This makes it 1st and goal for Michigan. Chris Perry. Whoa. There was Udeze. And there was Sean Cody and Mike Patterson.
And looking for the cutback was the other corner, Marcel Almond. So Pete Carroll getting both Almond and Will Poole involved on almost every play.
Time is now obviously becoming an ally of USC. Once you get into the 4th quarter, I mean, certainly it is. But here you are, 6 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter, and this is the 16th play of this possession by Michigan. 16 plays.
They must finish it with a touchdown.
It is Massaquoi, Tim Massaquoi making the catch, a big tight end who's 6'4", and he reached up over the top and brought it down.
And the key play on that possession was John Navarre on 4th and 3, scrambling for the first down. And then he finds Tim Massaquoi with just a 2nd touchdown reception of the year as he comes from the left side of the screen. Protection is good, and so's the catch.
And the Wolverines are on the scoreboard. Rivas for the point. Matt Gutierrez holds it. Pretty good stuff. 21-7 at 5:49 to go in the 3rd quarter of play. Southern California leading by 14. But as every Michigander in the world says, remember Minnesota.
Every Sunday, these bold warriors meet in a quest for glory. Proud gladiators whose game is equal parts preparation and passion. When men become myths and moments become legend. The game is tailgating. The cola is Pepsi. It's the cola.
All aluminum block. 6-bolt mains. Powdered metal connecting rods. 350 horsepower, 5.7-liter V8. 0 to 60 in 5.3 seconds. The new Pontiac GTO. Fuel for the soul.
What the heck is that?
These have to get to Houston.
Good gravy, man. If we don't get them there by 8 a.m. tomorrow, we're all doomed. Doomed.
Oh, put them in a FedEx box in front of the label.
Hurry, man, or we're all doomed. Doomed.
What if I get a nasty paper cut?
Then you'd be doomed. Doomed. Help this woman, or we're all doomed. Doomed.
I'm fine.
She's in shock.
Yes.
Take care of this package or we're doomed.
Doomed. Doomed.
You can try, but we've taken all the drama out of shipping overnight. Relax, it's FedEx.
This is the Rose Bowl game presented by Citi.
Well, here's the freshman Rivas to attempt a 33-yard field goal. Right down the middle. And Michigan leads for the first time tonight.
Michigan beat Minnesota after trailing 28-7 in the 3rd quarter at the Dome in Minneapolis. So that's my comment having to do with Michiganders remembering Minnesota. They came storming back under the leadership of Navarre to win that ball game. Quite a remarkable comeback. Well, they're down 21-7 here in the 3rd quarter against Southern California. this may be a little different critter. It's Bush 2 yards deep in the end zone. Reggie changes direction. Looks for the crack and came very close to finding it. But he's taken down at about the 28-yard line by Nienberg, the kicker. Here's Todd.
Well, Keith, last time we saw Reggie Bush quite a while ago, he came off the field. They were concerned about his knee. It's being called a sprained right knee. And, of course, Reggie is not going to miss any more of this game. Back to you.
Well, he hopes. He's young, too. It's funny what happens. 18 years old, you're pretty limber. Shake him off a lot easier.
Not quite sure if he's supposed to be in the game or not, though.
Yeah.
Lining up as a wide receiver here.
On first down, double wide, bottom of the picture. Put him on the edge and let him have it. This is Dennis, Herschel Dennis, trying to go to the outside. And that's a very good defensive play by Jeremy LeSueur.
So much for time of possession and number of plays you've run. SC has scored on their first possession of the game in 4 plays, their last possession of the game in 5 plays.
Second down. About 11. Leinert going deep. Williams is there. Complete at the Michigan 46-yard line. Leon Hall just simply couldn't handle him at 5'11".
Not many can, regardless of what their size is, Keith. As a defensive back, look at the power. Just bowls Hall over and then makes the easy catch over the top. Good effort by Hall to try to get back into the play, but can't let the guy knock you off at the line of scrimmage.
That's a 27-yard gain. Mike has 5 catches for 62 yards now, and Kerry Colbert's touchdown catch was his 206th of his career, and he is the career reception leader at Southern California. Reggie Bush is back in there. That ball thrown to the outside to Colbert. And Kerry racing for the marker will get there and get another first down for Southern California. So they're striking furiously here after the Michigan touchdown.
Let's take a look at Kerry Colbert's afternoon. This is a 25-yard touchdown reception. Just spectacular highlight class type of catches for Kerry Colbert today, and especially the last one when he went from 47 yards out. Michigan's pass defense best in the NCAA defending the pass for touchdowns, 3 today for SC.
Lindale White and Brandon Hancock are in the backfield. It's Leinert back to throw. He's going to take a lick there as he got the ball away. And it is thrown away effectively as Patrick Massey had him in his sights.
That was such a big part of Jim Herman's game plan defensively for the Wolverines, is to put Matt Leinert down. Knock him down as often as possible because he hasn't been hit very much all year. We've just seen him get sacked 1 time in that first half, and that's the first time he's hit the turf here in the second half.
Well, I'll tell you what, if a quarterback's britches ain't dirty, he's probably won the game, huh?
Absolutely.
Reggie Bush, he is blocking on sort of on the play as the ball is thrown to Mike Williams. Short gain.
Norm Chow's offense is a timing offense, and watch the 3-step drop against the blitz right up the middle. Both safeties, linebackers are coming, but they just can't get there because it's just a 3-step drop. 1, 2, 3. The ball comes out. Williams makes the catch, and it's 3rd and short.
And put the ball where your guys can make a play. That's Matt Gutierrez right there, who figures to be the quarterback next year. He's going to have some challenges, but he seems to be the man at quarterback next year for the Wolverines. This is Bush. Out of bounds at the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, Southern California.
And the key block on the play, Keith, was from Kerry Colbert. The senior wide receiver is having a great day catching the ball, but he held on to his block. 83 on the outside there, took down Jeremy LeSueur. That gets Bush to the corner, and once he gets the corner, he's going to take it all the way to the 10.
21-7, and USC is trying to put that 28-7 yoke on Michigan. Same kind of a thing they faced at Minnesota.
Now this defense has just got no clue right now as to where SC will hit them next.
White's the tailback. Leinert's throwing it. Gets it away. Ball goes to Hancock. He fumbled the ball. And he dives for it. And he, I think, knocked it out of bounds, and that'll retain possession. Marcus Curry was defending for Michigan.
That was a zone defense, so Curry could see Hancock come out of the backfield. When the ball got there, so did Curry with this big hit. Number 40 is Hancock. Watch as he turns around. That's a perfect form tackle with the head in front of the ball carrier, and a great effort by Hancock to knock this ball out of bounds. Michigan picks this one up. They score with it.
Second down. Ball back up. Here's Williams throwing it. Mike Williams throws to Leinert. Touchdown. He's been begging that play all season long, and he finally gets it in the Rose Bowl.
And that wasn't just any old pass. That was a perfect strike from number 1 to number 111. Mike Williams to Matt Leinert. Where will they get hit next? Really took his time. One step, let it go. Leinert wide open for the easy score.
Killing's point. Good. Well, it's 28-7. Southern California leads Michigan. We've got 3 minutes and 44 seconds to play in the third quarter.
The Home Depot is more than a store. It's how to go from cluttered to clean. With everything you need, like closet organizers and storage shelves from Mills Pride Closet Made and Workforce. And right now, 20-gallon Rubbermaid storage totes are a special buy at only $2.77. We also offer custom-cut shelves and advice on what works. Start getting organized. Stop by one of our free You Can Get Organized clinics every Saturday in January at 2 p.m. The Home Depot. You can do it, we can help.
We come to it at last. The Los Angeles Times calls The Return of the King the cinematic epic of our time. This masterpiece takes its rightful place among such classics as Gone with the Wind and Lawrence of Arabia. Winner of the New York Film Critics Circle Award for Best Picture of the Year, and nominated for 4 Golden Globe Awards, including Best Director Peter Jackson and Best Picture of the Year. The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. Rated PG-13. Now playing.
Who's going to invent the next internet? Who'll create the new museums, new treaties, new countries? Who'll create the new wealth? Who'll make art as everyday as coffee shops? And who'll make age irrelevant? Who'll make bridges that feel like music? We don't know their names yet, but we see them every day. USC, University of the 21st Century.
This team's job is to protect just one quarterback. This team's job is to protect millions of American lives. A new threat matrix, ABC next Thursday, 8/7 Central.
Another look at it. Ball is pitched back. Given to Mike Williams. One step and lays it right off softly on the hands of his quarterback.
Just perfect rhythm for this offense. Norm Chow calling the plays, using the multiple talents of players like Mike Williams.
Norm's behind that blue glass there on the left-hand side of your picture. And the return is out past the 30-yard line by Jeremy LeSueur, out on the 30-yard line. And there where Michigan will have the ball for this next possession. Southern California's had the ball twice in the third quarter and scored both times. Now let's see if the Wolverines can answer.
And Michigan has had the ball on offense almost twice as long as SC has.
Yep, but this is their best starting position. So that might tell you something right there. The 30. We've got an offside call going here against Southern California, they've declined it. They'll take the ball out of 30.
John Navarre has been sacked 6 times this afternoon, 5 in the first half. Will Poole on the corner blitz comes down twice to get the big quarterback. And then Kenichi Odezi will get in there. And then SC can turn loose a freshman, Manuel Wright. Did a better job of protecting him the last time out. They must keep him standing this time.
Down the sidelines. Beyond the reach of Braylon Edwards by about a yard. John Robinson went into the Rose Bowl Hall of Fame today, along with Danny O'Neill of Oregon, who still holds a whole bunch of the passing records here in the game against Penn State. And Harriman Cronk, who was the other member of the Tournament of Roses committee for so many years. What a nice man he is, huh?
John Robinson was my offensive coordinator at the University of Oregon back about 4 or 5 years ago. And John
yeah, right.
is a former Duck himself. Played in the 1958 Rose Bowl here against Ohio State.
Casanova staff. Right? And Jerry Fry was your head coach, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
That pass thrown to Steve Breston.
As that clock continues to tick down, you would like to see Michigan perhaps start going to the line of scrimmage. Save some time. Really taking a lot of time getting plays called into the huddle.
Well, you start out with 25 and now you got 10. You're less than 10 seconds by the time you get your people in position to run the play. 2, 1, just barely. Ball thrown to Breston. Steve Breston coming back inside with the screen and gets a first down for the Wolverines, and he's brought down by Will Poole. Get the feeling there's nobody else out there.
Now Breston and Will Poole, that's right, Will Poole on defense. Watch him go for the strip here as Breston runs to the inside. The right hand really tried to pop it loose. Breston showing good strength and smarts to go down when that big contact comes.
So the Wolverines have a first down up on their 49-yard line. 2:25 to go in the quarter. Chris Perry's out on this side as a wideout. They go the other way inside with it to Braylon Edwards, and he will get to the 30 inside the 35 for another first down for Michigan. So the Wolverines are moving the ball.
Yeah, and imitation is the highest form of flattery. This looks like SC's offense now with a quick drop, empty backfield, getting the ball to these athletes, Breston and Edwards now. But one thing Michigan's gone away from is their screen pass game. Remember, Dallas Sartz almost intercepted a screen pass in the first quarter. Chris Perry only has 1 reception.
Got some fresh legs in now. Carl Tabb and Tyrese Butler in at wideout. This is Chris Perry down to the 25. That's another first down. Darnell Bing made the tackle on him.
Well, SC has given up a lot of yards on defense, especially in the passing game, primarily in the passing game. Opponents have averaged 276 yards passing against SC's defense, and right now with this big lead,
they're bringing a change in here because they want to make sure, I guess, it's close. And it's not a first down.
John Navarre has thrown 30 passes today. He's been bounced around by this Pete Carroll SC defense. So he's been hit 16 times. He's dirtied his britches 13 times, Keith.
Pete Carroll is the most animated when his team is on defense, because as we told you early on, he is the defensive coordinator. And he really gets into it when they're playing defense. Brother Jim said the other day he's always been like that. He never sat still for more than 10 minutes at a time.
Ants in his pants.
Second down and just short. 6 inches at the most. And we'll go big. Go! It's for Chris Perry down the sidelines, and Chris drew a crowd. He had 3 Trojans running with him by the time he got to the goal line. Sartz, Leach, and Poole. And it's 3rd down and inches. Friday at 4:30 Eastern on ESPN, the Clemson Tigers and the Tennessee Volunteers are in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. That coverage begins with College Game Day Bowl Special at 3:30 Eastern. Down in Georgia. Navarre surges, gets in behind the center, Pearson, Lentz, and Boz, and has the 1st down for Michigan at about the 29-yard line.
Oh, and they're just taking their time. They're just taking too much time now. They've got offensive momentum. They've got rhythm to this offense. But their enemy is that 126 up there that will start rolling once the chains are set.
$1:15. Coming, steps away from it, throws to the end zone, and that is incomplete. Jason Avant was the man for whom the pass was intended. Steve Breston coming over in case there was a ricochet, but in the meantime, it was Dallas Sartz that was tormenting Navarre.
Sartz is right here coming on the blitz. It's a good job by Navarre to step up. And now watch Jason Avant try his one-handed catch with the left hand here over Marcel Allman. Great coverage by Allman. Beautiful.
SC secondary has played quite well today. They really have. 2nd and 10. Go! Oh, that one got away from him. He tried to put some sizzle on it and bring it down to Braylon Edwards. Edwards was at the 5 and was in position to get a hot one, but that ball sailed on it a little bit.
Yeah, and again, he's trying to force it into double coverage. The short coverage is by Poole. The over-the-top coverage is by Jason Leach, and Poole reads this route and almost comes up with the interception. Had a big collision there with Leach. Got up a little bit slow, but he's hanging in there.
It is 3rd down and 10 from the 24-yard line for Michigan. That's the tight end Tyler Ecker moving around. He's open to the right, but Navarre sacked. And it's Ronald Nunn, a DB, that came and got him. Ronald Nunn in at corner. Made the tackle. That's the 7th sack of Navarre.
Now, this is what Navarre does not see. You can see Will Poole looking like he's lame just a little bit, as he did not cover Braylon Edwards very closely. And there is Ronald Nunn there diving at the feet of John Navarre for the sack.
Timeout, Michigan. 26 seconds remaining to play in the 3rd quarter, and the Wolverines have a problem. Ball is back at the 30-yard line. They're trailing 28-7, and while we've got the timeout, in case you're curious, here is the reaction of Pete Carroll to the circumstances of his team and the BCS.
It was just a matter of just a little bit of confusion and had to figure it out, and a bit of a letdown because we didn't realize what the good side of it was. And after just going through it, the good side was there, and there was a lot of upside for us playing in the Rose Bowl and still playing for the national championship. Once we went through that and got that squared away, I think it just was a day at the most, you know, when we're back on track and going.
It's a lively, interesting place over at Heritage Hall these days. This kind of success for the football team, but it's the people who have it at the quarters, I think, that have a great deal to do with that. I mean, success is one thing, but the people factor goes along with it.
Creating new traditions for a very football-rich school. And you know what? Oklahoma and LSU are lucky. Not because they're playing for the BCS title game, it's because they don't have to play USC.
That's exactly right. 4th down and 16 for Michigan. Out of the shotgun. Shakes off. Throw. No. Off the hands of Steve Preston. Jason Leach tipped it away.
As a fresh body, Omar Nazel will come with the pass rush on John Navarre. And again, Navarre stepping up into the pocket. Here's Nazel from the weak side. He goes around Stenovich. Great strength by Navarre. Now watch the play by Leach with one hand. Just far enough to keep it away from Preston's one hand. Oh, we've had some bounces today, and they have all gone USC's way.
The attendance, incidentally, is 93,849. Rose Bowl no longer seats 100,000. Here comes Southern California now. Matt Leinart throws. Mike Williams catches, and the gain is about 9 yards.
So much for sitting on the lead and trying to run the clock down, huh, Keith?
Yep.
They'll run it down to the end of the third quarter, though.
Well, that old warrior sitting up there behind the glass calling the plays. Doing that, Norm Chow. ABC Sports coverage of the Rose Bowl game presented by Citi will return after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
By out-accelerating, out-handling, and outperforming the competition, the Grand Prix Comp G earned Pontiac the right to become the official performance machines of the NCAA. The newly redesigned 2004 Pontiac Grand Prix. Fuel for the soul.
What good is a new DVD player?
Hang on!
If you don't have the best DVD of the year.
Is that what that said?
Drop the knives!
I can't. X2. Own it today.
Here's a little taste of something different.
Introducing Chili's Shanghai Boneless Wings. Toasted sesame seeds, ginger citrus glaze, creamy wasabi ranch dressing, and no bones. Want more flavor?
I love Chili's.
Titans, Ravens, followed by Cowboys, Panthers. Saturday on ABC.
Out of gas, short on cash. I don't care, I'm with my friends. And I know where we're going.
McDonald's Dollar Menu. Hot sandwiches, tasty desserts, and more. That's a lot for a little.
For years, Jeff's rowboat and Ford Escape have made the weekend fishing trip to the lake. This year, it looks like the fish are in for some trouble. Now, Escape may not fit Jeff's life today, but Ford still does. And Jeff's not alone. See, Ford has more repeat buyers than any other make. During Ford's year-end event, get as low as 0% for 60 months or up to $2,500 cash back on Ford trucks. And unlike Jeff's stories, these deals are for real. Hurry to Ford's year-end event today.
Make WSBTV.com your homepage. Coverage you can count on.
This is the Rose Bowl game presented by Citi.
There's your postcard for the day. The San Gabriels. Overlooking the basin. Sun's about to go on down into the Pacific. Right now, it's a 28-7 ball game. Southern California leading Michigan, and we start the fourth and final quarter. Mike Williams to this sideline, run the ball with Lindell White, and White's across the 40 for about a 3-yard pickup. Now let's join Todd Harris on the field.
All right, Keith, thank you very much. Just inducted into the Rose Bowl Game Hall of Fame, Coach John Robinson, who spent so many years at USC. Coach, play devil's advocate for a moment. If you're Lloyd Carr, what can you do against this USC team?
Well, I don't know that there's much you can do. USC has so much quickness and so much speed. When you get down here on the field and you see them here, you really recognize the overall team speed and some great offensive ideas and great offensive players. SC's very good. And Michigan's a very good team, too. But, you know, SC hasn't given them any chance. No turnovers, nothing. You know, just a great game by SC.
You've had some great teams as well at your time at USC. How does this team compare?
Oh, I think this is as good as any team. You know, it's more finesseful than maybe any SC team ever. Maybe not as powerful as some in the interior line, but this team has great finesse.
You've done some great jobs at coaching, but coaching Dan Faust at Oregon, that must have been the toughest one of all.
Well, I almost got out of coaching. It was so hard after that. But Dan, you know, Dan led the nation in passing. Dan was a great quarterback at Oregon. And, you know, mediocre as a pro.
Thank you, Coach. Keith?
Well said, well said. Leonard all day. Williams comes back to get it. And almost has his pocket picked by Marcus Curry, who stayed with him to battle him, but it falls incomplete.
Yeah, this ball kind of got out of spiral on Matt Leinart. And thankfully for Marcus Curry, it did, because Williams is heading down the sidelines way in front of Curry. But you can see he had to drop, stop, and come back for it. But again, the ball bounces away from Michigan, something it's done all day long.
Trojans airing it out. 2nd down and 10. Big lead. They want more. That ball's thrown. Williams couldn't get to it. He got tangled up and couldn't get loose. Orange Bowl with Florida State and Miami coming up right after this one. Florida State, the ACC champions, and that's how they got in. And the Big East champion is Miami. That's how they got in to the Bowl Championship Series. And they'll be having at it. Not only that, they're going to have to play each other to start the season next year. They're going to get tired of looking at each other.
3 times in 11 months. Familiarity does breed contempt.
You don't need a whole lot of it to stir that up between those two. 3rd down and 10. Leinart throws a homer to Steve Smith, and he misses. And so the Trojans will kick it away.
It's hard to argue with the success that Trojans have had throwing the ball, but they didn't take any time off the clock. Less than a minute on that possession. Picked up 1 first down and then 3 straight incompletions with the clock stopped, and Michigan about to get the ball back.
You know, things have gone well when you look down and see that Tom Malone's only punted twice today. 48 yards and 50 yards.
Right, on his average.
Could make you cranky to average better than 49 yards per kick and then not get the championship because, oh, this is line drive. That might be returnable. No, takes a sideways hop and goes out of bounds. So it's out at about the 15-yard line, but he didn't have enough punts. He was 5 short of qualifying to be the punting champion this past season.
See, aren't you glad I drove my new Pacifica? It can fit 6, you know? The all-wheel drive's awesome in the snow, and it's got a 5-star crash test rating.
Unlike some people we know.
Very funny.
Yeah, too bad he doesn't have the capability of the Pacifica.
During the Chrysler year-end sale drive, go well beyond the SUV with 0% financing plus $500 bonus cash on Pacifica. Or get a $3,500 total cash allowance and our 770 powertrain limited warranty. But hurry, bonus cash ends January 2nd.
An ordinary man is about to become an extraordinary hero.
Move away from her!
In the movie nominated for 8 Golden Globe Awards, including Best Picture of the Year, Cold Mountain, rated R, now playing everywhere.
Somewhere, there's a man accessing sensitive information by way of a fingerprint, while a woman keeps track of millions of dollars in inventory, safeguarding it from the warehouse to your house. And a dad checks on his business from his son's baseball game. What do all these people have in common? They rely on America's #1 security company, ADT. Always there.
Coming to DVD, the chief of police becomes the chief suspect.
They set me up.
You got something you want to tell me?
That's the guy. Where is the money?
Denzel Washington. Out of Time on DVD Tuesday.
The score is not kept. Rules do not exist. And the penalties are severe. A new Line of Fire, ABC Tuesday, 10/9 Central.
Aerial coverage of tonight's game provided by Tostitos. Tostitos Fiesta Bowl will be tomorrow night. Kansas State and Ohio State. All right, Michigan ball at the 15-yard line. And you've got 14 minutes and 2 seconds to play. Three wideouts, top of the picture. Navarre goes to the shortest one. That would be Tyler Ecker, the tight end. And the pickup is about 5 yards. Now they're going without the huddle.
Yeah, it's about time. Because this game is all about time right now for Michigan.
Chris Perry joins the shotgun formation. Slips out of there. Goes to the sidelines to Braylon Edwards. And Edwards is thrown out of bounds with a fair degree of authority by Will Poole.
Yeah, he got the first down, so the clock stops, but I believe they're going to wind the clock again because he was knocked back and his forward progress was stopped before he went out of bounds. So the clock will run once more. Although it's not now, it should be.
It is a first down up at the 29-yard line.
The signal for the clock to wind was given, but it's still not running.
Nope. 13:33. Navarre's pass thrown sharply to Jason Avant, and Avant moves it to the 48-yard line.
That might be the first time we've seen John Navarre in the shotgun formation.
Second time. He's
yeah.
If he has time to look around, he's pretty good.
Well, he can see. He's 6'6". He has the height to have that vision.
Trojans coming. Ball's away to Edwards. Nice effort. Ball falls free. A little behind him. Boy, they were coming up the middle of the highway, weren't they?
Yeah, and it was another safety blitz or defensive back blitz, number 23. Ronald Nunn got a sack on the last possession for Michigan. Braylon Edwards with the effort can't bring it in. Not one of Braylon Edwards' best days. Remember how poorly it started when he dropped that long bomb.
Little drop off to Chris Perry. Never had a chance. They were on his legs before he could even look for a place to run.
He came into the game with 42 receptions, and that's the most in Michigan history for a running back. He's got 2 catches today, but the big play to him has been the screen pass all year long, and SC has been all over it this afternoon.
Ball is thrown, caught. Tyler Ecker, the tight end, gets it, gets a first down inside the 40 to the 39. Will Poole was coming and just missed John Navarre.
Well, Will Poole was looking to make his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Coming from the right side of the screen, number 28 gets inside of Chris Perry. Good move by Navarre, and always looking downfield for his tight end.
Edwards, sideline, good. 15-yard line out of bounds, stop the clock, first down.
Well, you can't say that John Navarre hasn't been there or done that. All you have to do is remember that Michigan game. Found himself in a similar, rather the Minnesota game. Michigan, Minnesota. Trailed 28-7. But as you said, this is a different critter.
Yeah.
A little bit quicker critter.
Yes, I'd say. Teeth are sharper.
I don't know. Gophers are pretty sharp.
Yes, yeah, take down an orange tree in no time. I know. I learned that. Handoff is inside, and it goes to Pierre Rembert, getting his first playing time of the day. So they put in some fresh legs, and sometimes that's a good idea. Pierre is from Milwaukee, a sophomore. I think he ought to change his name. Everybody else does. He ought to call himself Pierre Rembert.
But give him time. He's just a redshirt freshman. I'm sure if he's in the Heisman hunt someday, it will be Rembert.
Into the end zone, and penalty flag. Braylon Edwards was hammered just as he crossed the goal line. He ran into Leach and Poole, and one of them put some muscle on him.
Again, though, was this ball catchable?
Yeah, good question.
I think the officials are going to talk it over because this one really sailed high. I don't think Edwards could have made a catch.
They impeded his progress.
Pass interference on the defense in the end zone. The ball be placed on the 2-yard line.
But it doesn't matter what I think, does it?
No.
His shirt has no stripes on it, Keith. There's the bump right there by Poole and Leach. We'll see just how close Edwards might have come to this. Well, you never know.
No.
He is a high jumper. Great leaping ability. And, of course, we've seen a lot of great one-handed catches today and this season.
Chris Perry goes back in there as your single back now. From the 2, 1st and goal. On a throw. And he threw into coverage.
Well, that's the best play of the afternoon for Will Poole.
Yep.
That was the fade stop where you fake like you're going back to the deep corner here. Watch Poole keep his eyes on the quarterback. Played that perfectly. Does not interfere. Gets his left hand between the hands of Braylon Edwards.
So it is 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 2-yard line.
Tutupu and Udeze there. That penetration has been key for SC all season long. Watch how both Simmons and Tutupu fill that hole before Perry can get rolling.
I mean, the Trojans just literally own that real estate now along the line of scrimmage.
No question.
They really do. Perry running for the corner, cuts it back, touchdown.
That's a great play call by Terry Malone, offensive coordinator. Quit beating your head against that wall. Get Perry to the edge. Let him either go for the cone or cut back. Behind Kevin Dudley, 32, he's going to take out Simmons, and Tutupu just cannot stop Perry. Very determined runner.
Rivas for the point. Good. At 11:06. The heartbeat may be a little faint, but it's still there. It's 28-14. Southern California leading. Now then, each time Michigan has scored, the Trojans have stormed back. Let's see what happens here.
Not long ago, Gary Doyle sat right here and got a range of auto insurance quotes. From a discount place to Allstate. This is a commercial. You could probably guess the outcome. Allstate had the best price for Gary. In fact, nearly 7 out of 10 drivers who switched to Allstate saved an average of $200 a year. Quality auto insurance should be affordable. That's Allstate's stand. Are you in good hands?
They set up in the eye on this, the last play of the game. And here's the snap. Hand off to the tailback. Peterson tries the right side. Wow, what a hit. But he stays on his feet, and he's broken to the outside, and it's wide open. Touchdown. Give him a touchdown.
Mom, this town and country is really nice.
Isn't it?
Remember your first minivan? You loved that thing.
Mm-hmm. Chrysler had just introduced them.
So did I tell you we're getting one?
Oh.
Well, with 2 kids and all.
2?
Oh, really? Yes.
Expecting more? Get it during the Chrysler year-end sales drive. With cash allowances up to $4,000 on a 2004 Town & Country. Or choose 0% financing for 72 months. Plus, get our 770 Powertrain Limited Warranty. There are only a few days left, so hurry in today.
The Rose Bowl game presented by Citi. This ABC Sports exclusive presentation brought to you by Citi Identity Theft Solutions. Free help getting your life back. That's using your card wisely. Chrysler Pacifica, well beyond the SUV. Allstate, are you in good hands? And Nokia, connecting people.
Well, we started out with 93,849, and most of them are still here in the Rose Bowl. Nienberg will kick it away for Michigan. Marcel Almond and Reggie Bush is the deep man. And that's way back. And he will stay there. He'll come out to the 20 and be happy with it after a good kick by Nienberg.
Time for our Chrysler passing playbook. The only touchdown catch of the year will be for Lendell White. Will come here in the first half. Here he is at tailback. Watch as he sneaks out into the flat. Leinert's going to hit him, juggles the ball just slightly, and then breaks the tackle of Jeremy LeSueur for the touchdown. 2 catches for Lendell White, but 6 different receivers for Matt Leinart, including himself. He caught 1 touchdown pass from Mike Williams.
I'm glad it's the last game of the season, though. Mike Williams would wear you out after getting to throw that touchdown pass. Ball is handed away to White, and I'm sure the Trojans will be happy to pound away and squeak out a first down here and there and run that clock. It now shows 10:55 to go.
Yeah, they did not run the clock last possession.
Nope.
And Michigan came right back in less than 3 minutes to get that 14th point.
It's an astounding stat right there, though. But again, stats don't always tell you the story. You'd think that with having the ball 33 minutes at this point, they'd have more than 14 points. Bush is in now at deep back. Gets it. A couple of guys blocking for him, and he turns it upfield for a first down. The guy that threw the big block was Winston Justice. Now, I mean to tell you, that's a big hip pocket to follow. 305 pounds, sophomore, 6'6", and still growing.
Now let's take a look at the youngster, number 74. Look at the mobility for the big man. He just kicks the defender out, and Bush right behind him cuts up and picks up a really important first down for SC.
You know, the fellow he took out of that play is not exactly a willow switch. It was 6'5", 232-pound Pierre Wood.
What kind of switch?
Willow.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Supple. First down from the 32. Here's Bush again. That's about 6. Tackle Massey. Southern California has had control of this ball game all day long. Scored first. Led all the way. Lead by 14 right now. There goes the sun. And here's one of the big plays in the ball game.
Mike Williams on the reverse pass to Matt Leinart for the walk-in touchdown for the lefty. Lefty to lefty.
Leinart hands it away to his halfback, Reggie Bush, and Ernest Shazor ate him alive.
Boy, that play did not look good at all. That looked like Mike Williams was coming back in anticipation of getting the handoff from Bush. Watch Williams come from this side here. Either that or he was thinking that he was supposed to block on that play, but that's a huge play for Michigan because it really sets up a difficult 3rd down and 12 for the SC Trojans.
You get Tolbert on the far side. Now he steps back into the backfield. Now you get him in motion. And over the middle it goes, complete to Greg Gunther, the tight end. First time he's seen the ball all day. And he makes a big, big play.
Matt Leinart is a cool customer, boy. He found the right guy to throw the ball to under a lot of pressure. Watch it. Michigan, Shazer, 25, coming right up the middle. Can't get to the quarterback. This is the first time Leinart has even thrown the ball anywhere near a tight end.
He's going to be joining the basketball team, playing for Henry Bibby as soon as the football season's over. As soon as his knee quits being sore.
Yep.
And they need him. He needs some bulk on the backboard. Leinart throws it again, throws this one low, and Curry almost intercepted it. It was intended for Colbert, but it was Curry had the better chance to make the catch.
Yeah, Leinart just doesn't look very good rolling to the right and having to throw with that left hand. Comes out of here. This ball is going to be down and away. Van Alstyne will tattoo the quarterback. And Leinart's real lucky Curry doesn't pick this one off. But SC continues to throw the ball, and with these incompletions continues to give Michigan hope.
Inside 8 minutes to play in the ball game. This is Bush. You get about 5.
And I think we're seeing the future for SC and their running attack. Number 5, Reggie Bush, the true freshman from San Diego, leading rusher in the game for SC. I would suspect he'd be the main man along with Lendale White as a 1-2 punch next season.
Well, Dennis is back.
Yeah, that's
was
true.
Only a sophomore. They each bring something unique, something different. Williams and Colbert are on the same side, lined up in tandem. Now Kerry goes in motion the other way. Ball thrown to Mike Williams. 35. That's first down. Ball comes loose. SA down.
Yeah, they are.
Got on that pretty quickly. Curry tried to strip it. Didn't come out, but
look at Williams with the power to push off on Curry, get away with it. Now let's see if this ball does come loose. Nope. Right knee of Williams was down before Curry can get his left hand in there and pry it out. Another close call goes against Michigan.
Ball is on the 35-yard line after that completion. And first down with Lendale White, the deep back. And Leinart looking for more. Comes to the sidelines with it. Steve Smith. They give him the catch.
Yes, they did. The true freshman with his first catch of the afternoon. He takes a shot at wearing out Marcus Curry, and he pushes off. He gets away with it, and he makes a spectacular diving grab.
Steve Smith made a big catch and run for a touchdown against Washington State back during the season when the Cougars came down here. It was a big play in that ball game. Broke their back.
In fact, he has the Trojans' longest play of the year, a 73-yard reception against the Beavers of Oregon State. And he's a true freshman.
Second down and short. Out of foot. Looper too long. Colbert couldn't get to it. No chance. Covered by LeSueur, and I think Jeremy might have slowed him a tad on the chuck coming off the snap.
Yeah, good pressure by LeSueur in this bump and run here. That big long right arm of LeSueur keeping Colbert from getting after this one.
And he's got long arms.
Yes, he does. And they serve a defensive back well. His 50th game for the Wolverines, Jeremy LeSueur.
Third down and a foot for a first down. There goes Lendale White down to the 20-yard line, brought down by Ernest Shazer. And time 5:42, and it's sort of becoming academic here because the Trojans have control.
We look at Matt Leinert's pass chart, Keith. You're going to see for a lefty, this is really unusual. From the middle of the field this way, he has been just on fire. Had a pretty good day all over the field with 333 yards or so passing.
No picks.
No picks and 3 touchdowns and 1 touchdown reception. That's a pretty good day.
Not bad. Underneath, David Kirkman. 12-yard line. Just short of the first down. He's a sophomore out of Mercer Island, Washington. There's a lot of folks coming back next year out on that field wearing white right now.
That's 8 different receivers now for the Trojans.
Clock running at 4:40. This is Reggie Bush searching around, waiting for a crack to open up, and it didn't. But he's still inside the 10, and that'll get him a first down. And here's Todd Harris.
Well, Keith, I don't want to stir the controversy pot any more than it already has, but never in the history of the AP has a team ranked #1 in the Associated Press poll and not lost their game, gone on to victory, have been dropped down. So in this position, Pete Carroll's got to be feeling pretty good about himself right now, and a split national championship.
I'll bet you my big toe that they don't slide in the AP poll.
They may turn some heads of some coaches.
Coaches got a contract to make it to handhold to unanimity with the BCS.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
They agreed to it. Little delay, little handoff to Herschel Dennis, and Herschel gets down to the 5-yard line. That's 14 plays now, 70-odd yards in 6 minutes and 40 seconds. That's called controlling the clock.
And All-American offensive tackle Jacob Rogers, Keith, as you can see, getting up slow, went down, grabbed his knee.
Oh, let's hope not.
Got knee braces on both his knees, as do most of these SC offensive linemen.
Time is out for the injured player.
Firewall. Like that could stop me. Once I got her account number, I couldn't spend fast enough. 64-inch plasma screen monitor, 10 4.2 megahertz wireless routers, and $20,000 to complete my robot. My girl robot. This is gonna be the best prom ever.
Introducing City Identity Theft Solutions. Free with any City card. Help getting your life back? That's using your card wisely.
If there's not trail rated, there's not a Jeep 4x4.
Will today be the day that starts the rest of the days?
The day you do 50 sit-ups before you walk out the door.
Will it be the day
you put on a suit?
lose the suit?
Will it be the day you don't hit snooze?
Feel relieved?
Taller.
Taller. Wonderfully nervous?
Will today be the day you call your mother and tell her the news?
Will today be the day that starts the rest
Will
of
it
the
be
days?
the day they say you're hired?
You're hired.
Monster.
Today's the day.
Today's the day.
Pete Rose.
Did you bet on baseball?
Think you know his whole story? Don't bet on it. The interview everyone will be talking about. Pete Rose on Primetime next Thursday.
In the fourth quarter, with 4 minutes and 10 seconds to play in the game, 28-14, Southern California owns the ball, and they're trying to punch it in from the Michigan 5-yard line. It'll be second down and goal from the 5. And now Matt Leinart coming out from the sidelines, bringing the play with him and taking his sweet time. Nate Steinbacher is in now at the tackle position, replacing Jacob Rogers. Didn't look terribly severe when Jacob left, but you never know. Leinart dropped it.
Michigan's got it.
whistled it dead at the line of scrimmage. Larry Stevens came out with it, wanted to run with it. And so that's the first real mistake, I think, that Matt Leinart has made all day.
It made a long time.
And I don't know that it was his fault.
Well, the snap appeared to be good.
Somebody stepped on his foot.
Yeah, he dropped the ball, and then all heck broke loose. Or something like that. Good call by the officials. Reed is down in possession. Whistle blows. That's where Michigan will take over.
So the Wolverines get it at the 10-yard line with 3:42 to play and down by 14. You know, this is where they invented Walter Mitty. But the Wolverines need a couple of them. That ball's thrown very quickly to Braylon Edwards, and it's incomplete.
Now, what John Navarre is going to be facing is a very loose pass defense by USC. 2 deep, 5 men underneath, and they will allow anything from 20 yards or shorter.
Wolverines have 1 timeout remaining. Trojans have all of theirs, but they don't figure to need them.
You can see the 5 men underneath lining up about 8 yards deep from the line of scrimmage.
Avant pulls it in at the 28-yard line, and that's a first down. The ball was thrown very hard, and Avant had to go down and get it, and he did it.
What you're going to see, though, is the safeties. Watch how deep they play here. Avant will come down to the inside here. Have a nice gain, but the clock starts again once the chains are reset.
3:25. Sidelines. Braylon Edwards turns his head. The ball's right there. He makes the catch, steps out of bounds, gets a first down, stop the clock.
You got to love this type of effort. John Navarre now 45 attempts. He's been beat up all day long, but he is a tough guy both mentally and physically.
ABC's Wild Card Saturday starts off with a great showdown on the NBA. 2-time league MVP Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs host the Philadelphia 76ers, then followed by the NFL Wild Card doubleheader. That's at 1 Eastern, 10 Pacific here on ABC. Ball's thrown into the crowd. The executive producer of ABC Sports, Mike Pearl, senior producer of ABC Sports, Bob Toms, our coordinating producer, Bob Goodrich, and our departing producer, he's running away, is Mark Loomis, who's going off to golf, which is his, I think, first love. He damn sure can play, I'll tell you that. But we'll miss you, Loomy.
Yes, we will.
Wish you the best.
Great job.
It's been real fun to be with.
You're here.
And you also got some talent. There's no better coach. Second down and 10. Not much there on that one. Our director, Patrick McManus, that noble volunteer fireman from Bedford, New York. Associate producer, Derek Mobley. Associate director, Jeff Kibler. Production assistants, Kurt Thomas, Joe Zucco. Spotter, of course, Kelly Hayes. And statistician, Mark Minto. Stage manager, Kendall Watanabe. Bug operator, Fred Amos. More in a minute. Navarre gets a little heat, gets a lot of heat. Ball comes out. Kenichi Udeze was causing a lot of trouble in that.
And he comes totally unblocked on his pass rush. How do you not block number 94? Watch him get in here on Navarre and then strip the ball. They're going to ask Chris Perry to block Kenichi Udeze. I know Chris Perry is a great pass blocker, but he's not good enough to stop number 94.
A whole lot of people have tried and failed this season.
There are no gold medals for the 4x4 that masters Arctic snow. There are no championship games for fording muddy water. And there are no finish lines for the one that makes it over stacks of treacherous boulders. So why do we make sure every Jeep 4x4 is trail rated to such strict standards of capability? Perhaps the better question is, why doesn't everyone else? If it's not trail rated, it's not a Jeep 4x4.
Get ready to amaze your appetite. Taco Bell's new 99-cent cheesy bean and rice burrito. A full half-pound loaded with 3 cheeses, seasoned rice, and fiesta salsa. Now 99 cents is tasty and filling when you think outside the bun.
Why don't you take a picture? It'll last longer. You don't have a camera.
You ain't got no camera. Nobody gonna believe you because you ain't got no camera.
Oh, are you gonna call your mom? Hey, Mom, I'm talking to a celeb. Oh.
With Singular, take a picture, add a voice message.
You ain't got no camera.
Copy all your friends, and you're only charged once. Plus, you get great deals on camera phones.
Want to play a fun game of chase?
Picture, voice, and text. Another reason Singular fits you best.
American Wedding is coming to DVD and video. Well, but we can't show you what led up to this.
I cannot believe my son is going to pop the question. What was that?
Or this.
Oh, is it weird that it feels good?
American Wedding. Own the DVD and video Friday.
John Saunders back at the Rose Bowl. We're right now USC 2.5 minutes away from claiming half of the national championship. And coming up, the Orange Bowl between Miami and Florida State. We'll be here for that. And at halftime, following the story of L. Roberson taken off the field today and charged with sexual assault, at least a complaint. We'll have all of that. Keith, up to you.
Thank you, John. Back to the shotgun for Michigan on 4th down and 22. This might be the bell ringer right here. They sack Navarre, Sartz, and Tutupu, and that pretty much seals it. That is the 9th sack of the Michigan quarterback.
And with 4th down and a mile, a lot of defensive coaches would play a very soft zone. SC comes with a full-out blitz and gets Navarre one more time.
Customer service.
Yeah, I bought something from your website and told FedEx I wanted it delivered at 7 p.m.
And it wasn't?
No, it was, but I was not expecting them at that time.
But that's when you told FedEx to deliver it.
But no one ever comes when they say they will, but then ding dong, there's FedEx home delivery.
I see.
I was in the middle of a complicated exfoliation. I'll explain.
No, that's okay.
Sir, I apologize for any embarrassment.
And I'm sorry FedEx came when they said they would.
FedEx Home Delivery. Let customers schedule home deliveries when it's most convenient.
Great hops make great beer.
Bachelor Bob broke her heart. Now Meredith is back. And she has 25 guys to choose from.
Pick me. Pick me.
Pick me.
Pick me. Pick me.
The Bachelorette premieres Wednesday, January 14th on ABC.
There are a couple of fellas that have had a good time today. Norm Chow, the offensive coordinator on the left, and Pete Carroll, the head coach and defensive coordinator on the right of Southern California. They've got this thing pretty well nailed down at 28-14 and 2:26 to play. They get the football at the Michigan 20-yard line, and it was simply a day when speed won, and a quarterback that made one small mistake. That's all. And the fellas in the trenches dominated the line of scrimmage for Southern California. That's Herschel Dennis carrying the ball, and he'll take it down to about the 15-yard line. Dan Barr, our computer stats today. Technical directors John Zippe, production manager Joe Alvarado, our technical manager Al Fong.
Yeah, Keith, the players give the impression, and it's the right impression, that it's fun to play football at SC on both sides of the ball. Aggressive attacking defense and offense that just airs it out, uses all the talents of these youngsters. Just a lot of fun to be a part of.
Well, as we've sort of jokingly said here, we are determined to have the human version of the National Collegiate Football Championship decided in the Rose Bowl, because Southern California came into this ball game ranked #1 in the writers poll and the coaches poll. The other one down in New Orleans on Sunday night, of course, will be the computer version, the BCS championship game, and that is the winner of that game is the one that's going to be listed in the history books as the national champion. That's the way the contract reads. Jacob Rogers is back in the ball game. That's good news for Southern California. Big 77. I'm Keith Jackson. I'm going to go play golf tomorrow. Dan Fouts is going to Oregon to shovel snow, and so is Todd Harris in Utah.
That's been a great year, Keith. Great way to finish it off.
Herschel Dennis carrying the ball now to run out the clock, and there's no point in any times out being called here by anybody. At 45 seconds to play in this ball game, it is academic. It is over for all intents and purposes. And the University of Southern California Trojans, who have been in this game 29 times now, going to walk away with a win as they lead 28-14.
A lot of flash bulbs, a lot of people wanting to capture this moment. And you know what, Keith? There's not one computer in the crowd.
No, you're right. If it is, it's in the trash can. But this is Dennis coming around the corner, and they track him down. Wolverines playing with pride now. And this ball game is in the books. He went out of bounds, though, at 7 seconds to play, so there's one more play left, folks.
Now I think he got the first down, Keith, and they're going to wind this clock and let the party begin.
There you go. Now we get it. And that'll do it. So congratulations to Pete Carroll, his staff, and all of his Southern California Trojans. They win the Rose Bowl 28-14, and they will claim at least a share of the national championship no matter what happens in New Orleans. Of course, the Bayou Bengals of LSU and the mighty Sooners of Oklahoma, they've got their say as well. And that'll come along on Sunday night. Tonight, it's going to be fun down in the Orange Bowl as Florida State gets together with a very familiar group called the Miami Hurricanes.
Time for our Built Ford tough play of the game. The winning points was provided by Kerry Colbert on this 47-yard incredible one-handed catch on the first drive of the second half as he takes the ball in from Matt Leinart over Jeremy Lesueur. That made it 21-0 USC as they go on to win a split national title 28-14.
And now we go to Todd Harris.
All right, Keith, the classy guy, Coach Carr. Tough year for you. Handicap USC. Where did the game swing?
Well, I think it swung on our inability to protect the quarterback, and the play at the end of the second quarter where they got an interception and got up 14 put us in a precarious position. But I thought we fought back and we had a chance to get back into the game even late, but we couldn't do it. And SC deserves all the credit for that. They're a tremendous football team.
You won a national title in '97. They say the split national title. Handicap for Pete Carroll. How do you think he's feeling right now? Is it any less sweeter?
Well, I don't know about Pete, but he won the national championship. I'm sure of that. And, you know, there'll be a time when nobody will remember it was a split championship.
Thanks, Coach. We'll see you next week. Back up to you, Keith.
All right, Todd, thanks very much. We'll be right back with the Built Ford Tough post-game report here from the road.